Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Night here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm Edward.
James.
All right, got the team back together. Ready for Mr. President. I'm kidding. Tonight, though, I just realized the box is over there. No. Civolution tonight, the tag team solo. So Civolution, designed by Stefan Feld, published by Deep Print Games. Tonight's stream also sponsored by Deep Print. So appreciate it, everybody over at Matthias. They provided us with the prototype. Actually, I guess pre-production prototype. All normal caveats aside or included on this. Graphics, artwork, rules, components, the whole 9 yards, subject to change. Now, that said, it's already printed. Like, it's waiting for y'all at Spiel. So if you're going to Spiel next week, you can pick this up. So we did the multiplayer last week, and now we're doing the solo tonight. Us versus Vichi. So as in, like, they came, they saw, and they whooped some butt, but not tonight. Not tonight. So how this is going to work is I'm not going to do a full teach. I did an hour and a half long teach last week. I'm not doing that. What I am going to do, though, is give a very brief overview of how the game works, big picture-wise, and then we're going to give an overview of how Vichi works, and then from there, we're just going to go. James is going to run Vichi, and then I'm mostly going to play my game, but James is going to give suggestions and all that through that.
I'm sure I'll have critiques.
There's no doubt. Chief advisor over here. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this, shall we? All right, I'm not even going to bother bringing down the camera because, you know what? I mean, I'm not doing a full teach. All right, so what is it you're looking at out here? Well, first off, victory point track, round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. The game is set up for 2 players, so we are yellow, duh. Vichi, I thought contrasts well with the red, so Vichi is red. We both start out here in the 2 starting locations, just like normal. The game takes place over 4 rounds following this track over here. Now, you'll notice that the 3 and 4 player stuff is all blocked off there. And then the Votes for Women X, the single greatest component in any board game, used to mark off those. We could leave them, but just to make it clear there. So we follow this track there, and then it comes on down. We do that 4 times, then we go into final scoring. So ultimately, this is a civilization game. So we're going to be taking actions to build up our civilization, gaining resources here on the board from off there on the map, taking actions with dice. It is a dice placement game at its core. We're going to use usually 2 dice to be able to take any of the available, I think it's 19 actions
18,
that are there.
19,
yeah, it's a lot. And all to be able to install cards here into our tableau to evolve and grow our civilization, really to score points. Over here, we have kind of the progress board, if you will. We got the hunt chart up here for whenever we go hunting, how well we do in certain locations. The progress tracks over there, which, your typical move up, get a bonus when you cross a line type thing. We have a couple of spots blocked off because 2-player again. So we have chips that we're going to install over here onto our player tableau, and then we have final scoring stuff over there. So how the game works is we are going to do the various phases. We'll walk through these every round. So we'll go through those. But the meat of the game is right here through the action phases, to where we're going to alternate between us and Vichi taking actions. Bing, 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 until we take resets, and finally that marker makes it to there. And that basically is the end of the round. We do some other stuff there, but that's the core meat of the game, is right through there. Then we'll do the rest of it. We'll do that 4 times. Then we go into that final scoring. So Vichi over here is the AI or the bot. Hold on. We were discussing this earlier when we were setting up for the stream. And let me just ask y'all, that look like Groot? I'm just saying. It's inspired by Groot. It's got to be, right? So Vichi/Groot here is who we're up against. So now, this is an updated solo deck here that I literally had to print off over at Staples and get ready for the stream. So all of this stuff is subject to change, as I mentioned before. But basically, I'm going to run the bot based on these 7 cards of information, as well as the rule book that we have printed out. I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, anything you want to add on that?
I don't think so. I mean, you should talk about the random setup for this, what scoring matters. You
Okay,
talk
sure.
about the arrow scoring.
All right. So at the end of arrow 1, the purple track, which that is culture. I mean, it is a civilization game after all. So culture, 5 points for every bump up the purple track in the first round. That's going to be really important. The green track, the green is mutation.
No, that's the card. Prestige.
Prestige, thank you. So that'll be 4 points at the end of the second round, every bump there. End of the third round is features. So how many features we have down here on our board? Going to score 3 points apiece. The end of the fourth round, the blue track.
Construction.
Every bump on that. Then, when we get into final scoring, how this is going to work, and those 4 were random, then you'll see the brown one, the orange one, and the peeps, the population one, is randomly put out there. And then there are 2 others that were discarded back into the supply. So all of these tracks are then, and all of these from there over, are all going to be worth 1 point unless it has a modifier, which is the 2 on that. And the civilization, or the population, sorry, is actually going to score 3 points for every person on the board. And then finally, 2 for every location that you were in, different location on the board. And then we will score our console and hopefully beat Vichi. So it is a prototype. So I say that because, well, this is an AP marker from Dominant Species. So we didn't have one. So we're going to have some fun with that when we get to the weather. We'll surprise you all on that. But with that said, Vichi is already set up. Like, they're ready to rock and roll. We've shuffled the deck. You feel free to shuffle it again. But what we need to do now is I need to set up our hand of cards. So how this works is, technically those aren't supposed to be out there yet. I just did it to save myself a long reach. So then we get 2 of each of the 5 different color cards to draft, and we get 3 starting markers to choose from. So looking at this, this is me just kind of setting this out there. Now, we did already look at these, full disclosure. And with that, we've already made the decisions, but we're going to go ahead and talk about the decisions that we made here. So a moment. Put that there. And then there are the other 2 marker cards. So 2 brown, 2 green, 2 orange, 2 blue, 2 purple, and 3 marker cards. All right. So I wasn't quite set up for this aspect. So we're gonna do our best on this. So we'll zoom in on this on like 2 at a time. But first off, we're gonna start looking at the markers. The reason is the bottom part of the marker cards are all identical, so we don't need to worry about that. All that matters is the top part, the top 4 things. So you get 2 features and you get 2 resources to start the game with. Unfortunately, and you'll see this here in a minute, none of the resources really jive too well. But the starting, the features do.
Right, you'd like to find cards that match what you can start with. So
Yeah, like jumpstart the old engine, right? So, with that said, whoa, that was a little aggressive. Sorry about that. Again, I wasn't really set up for this because didn't really think about this part. But we'll go ahead and do this left to right. So starting with the brown cards. I really like this one, which is whenever one of your strong tribes migrates to, relocates to, crosses through a developed territory, produce that territory's raw material once. That's awesome. However, if you'll notice this one, this milestone, the ability is just a couple of points. Really, honestly, it's not much. But the thing that really appeals to me on the bottom is down there. Place 1 marker as a planning marker onto every one of your 6 dice spaces. That's effectively 6 wild dice.
Well,
yeah,
6 dice.
Yeah, it's a
You'll
1,
use
a
them.
2, a 3.
They're all valuable.
That feels like such a huge.
Yeah.
After my last game of struggling to have certain things, that felt so vital. I started with that card in mind, and I'm like, okay, we don't start with any stone, but okay, mountains. Okay, cool. So mountains. So that means the black powder's out. That can go to the bottom of that deck. Next, moving on to the green. Now, you don't have to do it the way I'm talking about here, but this is just the way it kind of worked. Tusks. Whenever you perform a hunt, add an additional food. Okay. And the pouch, whenever one of your strong tribes migrates, another one of your tribes from the same territory can migrate along. So 2 people get to move. Now, another thing that was interesting on this is that starting marker and that starting marker fits both of those. So they perfectly match up for it to be for the green card, right? For the mutation. Thinking about this, we are going to score tribes at the end of the game. So going to want to get peeps on the board. So feeding them, extra food. You know what? Let's go that direction. So with that said, that green card's now out, which then means, well, looking at the 3 starting markers, because the starting or the resources don't really jive with any of the cards that we drew, probably leaning in that direction. So that means those 2 starting markers can go away as well. All right, moving on to the orange cards now. The orange cards both kind of suck for the direction we're going in, right? So you look at this, whenever you build a settlement, you get to return a resource. Okay, that's fine. And honestly, the fact that they require stone, they require iron ore, mountain stuff.
It's good to get that back.
Get that back. But I just don't know how much settlement building.
It's hard to build settlements.
Right?
Yep.
So, yeah, looking at this one, again, some pity points, whatever. But it does give us a couple of bumps on brown, which brown is, go ahead, point, the 2-pointer over there. I don't feel
points
strongly.
on top and it's a little points on the bottom.
Yeah, it's a little points, right? And the other thing is, that's an iron ore. Where does iron ore come from? Mountains. Keep that in mind, because we have stone there. So we lean towards the magnetism. Although if y'all can make a case for the architectural statics,
Speak up.
Yeah, speak up. This one I'm not sold on. So now, moving on over to the blue cards. Well, looky here. We have the pyramid and the lighthouse. Both require stone. Again, mountains. Okay. Purple and blue. Both of those are going to be scoring. This in the first round, this in the 4th round. That kind of pushed us in that direction. That kind of makes sense, right? So, and the fact that none of our features were vision, that got rid of the blue. Okay. So now that brings us to the purple or the culture. Well, I love flipping tiles. Upgraded stuff is great. However, we didn't choose the brain or the composure one, the intelligence or composure. So going back to this, oh, look at that. Jade and stone, both where? Yes, in the mountains. And again, purple and blue kind of pushed us in that direction.
Yep.
Fine arts it is. So there's that.
All about the mountains this time.
So with that said, now Alan says the blue cards are an argument to take the other orange card. I mean, that's fair. So looking at that blue. No, I still think we stick with it. I still do. So we're going to start with those 5 cards and that starting marker. All right. So with that said, these will go into our hand. Although the cool thing is Vichi.
And it's nice. We're adjacent to 2 of the 3 mountains.
Yeah, the scary thing is if that's stone up there, I really hope. But 2/3 chance.
Yeah, you're going to want a boat anyways.
Right. So starting markers, I already got all the bottom stuff. So we also get these 4. So we start with the peat, not a repeat. We start with the copper. We start with a little stamina. And we start with a little expressiveness. So that card is now gone. That's done. The last thing we do are the starting chips. I haven't looked at these at all. Neither has James. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Bring that over a little. And we will randomize. We'll put them like that. Okay. So now let's take a look at our player board over here. So we have transport, insight, and achievement. I'm just going to mark them with these. So that's achievement there. We have insight, and what's the other one? Transport. So insight is that one.
Use little Vichi markers.
Yeah, that'll work.
Space.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oops,
Oh, sorry. So achievement, we have insight, and we have transport there. None of those am I terribly excited about.
Although the achievement lets you get more dice, right? That flips to one of each die.
It does.
So getting 2 extra die in the very first round, I mean, that's nothing to ignore.
Fair. The only now on the flip side, 3 orange. Not planning on bumping orange.
Yeah,
If anything, it's a late game thing, and just it's not a priority. So that
we don't have anything
that jives
yet
with it on our cards.
Yep,
This requires a jade.
we have use for that.
Well, we had use for that, but we already have a jade that we're going to be using for that. So, but the changing of the features as a income, not terrible. The transport is for harvesting. That's useful for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So upgrading the transport, and then a free migration, maybe.
Yeah, that can be useful.
But it's a glacier. Getting 2 next to the glacier. Yeah. So honestly, I'm not excited about any of those. I don't know.
What's
the upgraded insight is so nice. What?
The income on the achievement? You get a choice of
either a resource, like you get to produce 1, or you get an idea, which is change your pit
dice,
value,
yeah.
or a food.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine.
That's okay.
I mean, honestly,
Ideas are so critical.
this having the insight, because I learned from Shrey from our last game how getting 6 ideas for a single action is awfully tasty. And if we're gonna go heavy on the mountains anyways,
If you're already going to be there,
right?
just mine the jade.
I mean, I could see this. It's just I hate that.
Yeah,
So I'm leaning towards the middle one.
I think that's reasonable.
Okay, so let's do it. So those go back into the bag. These go away. And all right, so we get our starting chip. This tucks in up there at the top. That is our starting income. All right, now we need to randomize turn order. Sir, here.
Oh, you can flip your.
Oh yeah.
Go
Oh,
those
and
back.
give you those.
Yep.
Here, randomize turn order. So first is me,
All right.
us, we. All right. We need to upgrade our insight. So, hey, 6 ideas. That's tasty. That's awesome. All right. So that's pregame. Vici doesn't get to do any of that. All right.
Vichi's got enough.
Yeah, they really do. They cheat. By the way, we're playing a medium difficulty. So yeah. Seemed like the right level in which to do. So give me 1 second here. There we go. That's good. All right, there we go. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get started then. So we start. You want to talk about what Vici does in phase 1?
Sure. In phase 1, Vici does nothing.
Okay, done. So reveal the top cards of the face down event stack and from each face down deck. Okay, hey, we already did that. I am happy to say none of those really jive with anything, so I completely didn't even look at
Although
those.
there's the orange.
Well, okay, see,
the
I didn't
knowledge
look at
that
that
we
at
didn't
the
take.
time.
That's
So,
true.
all right. So, the event, here we go. The event says, the beginning of fall. Well,
Appropriate.
I mean, makes sense. It's getting cooler. So, if it's getting cooler, we will go change that to a blue one.
Getting a little
since it's
cooler.
Getting a little cooler out there. All right. So it says each civilization gains 2 points for each of its own forest and mountain territories. In addition, it gains 1 resource in each of those territories. I swear to God, this is not stacked. It really isn't.
All
But
about the mountains.
that works out. All right. Cool. So that is done for phase 1. Phase 2. Each civilization may gain 1 gold chip from the display, refill the gold chip afterwards. And Vichi does.
Vici rolls for it, but you pick first.
I do. I do because I am the first player. So, looking at the gold chips. Bring that up just a hair. There we go. There we go. That's better. So, looking at this, the gold chips up there are a peat. We already have a peat. That doesn't suck. A cotton, we don't have. 2 next to the Mushroom Valley, you got to find it. And 2 mutations. 2 prestige cards installed. I mean, we have the peat.
Mutations, you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Prestige track mutation
Right.
cards. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I mean, the peat's the obvious one, right?
It is,
I mean,
because you
crap.
can you can free find it.
That works. So, we'll grab that, throw that up there. Okay, done. And now,
Buildings. 2
well,
buildings.
he actually,
first
he
before
rolls.
we replace.
He rolls.
We replace first. No.
No, at the end of everything. So
Yes,
he
sir.
rolls only a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Does he do anything?
No, 2, 3, or 4.
Well, technically, 5 or 6. They don't remove anything.
yeah,
That's
Vici
5.
doesn't like those.
No, doesn't.
I mean, it's understandable.
Right.
So,
So-
now we'll refill
There we go.
with 2 buildings.
There we go. All right, phase 3.
Vici does nothing.
Okay. Well, we're making hay here. So, extra find. Whoa, that was intense. Each civ chooses one of the types of territory that they're in, and they produce one of those resources on their board. So, looking out here, we are in forest and we are in grassland. So we can choose any of those 6 that we want. Now, again, looking at our tableau here, unfortunately, we're not in the mountains yet. We will be going forward. Nothing really. I mean, there's a papyrus, but we're not going to install this on level 3.
Yep.
An oil for a level 2, potentially. I
Potentially.
could see a case being made for the oil. We're not down here for the tar, so no, not much there on the milestone. That no, and that is the iron ore. So I'm thinking
Yeah,
the
the
oil.
only other thing to think about would be maybe an early settlement, but that's,
Yeah,
papyrus, I guess, covers them both.
it does. So I guess it's oil or papyrus.
Yeah.
Now, the argument for oil, you can sell it for 3 money, which then you could, if stone does end up way up there, I think oil makes more sense.
Okay.
So we found oil.
Very
All right.
reasonable.
All right. Done. So now, phase 4, and Vici will do stuff.
Yes.
But
The
we
fun
start.
begins. You go
All right,
first.
we are the first player. So now what do we need to do? Well, we've established that the mountains are key because at the end of the first round, purple. So our real main focus, in my opinion, is getting those 2 cards out if we can. So what does that require? That requires 2 stone and a jade
Okay.
proper. Now, stone, iron ore, and jade. There is a mountain right adjacent right there. There's a mountain right adjacent right there. I mean, if there's a way that we can upgrade our migration to a maybe 2 migration, that would be awfully good. Or do we just say to heck with it and just
All you gotta
migrate?
do is spend your peat to get that upgrade, right?
That is a good point. Yes. All right, so let's do that. So first action is going to be a planning action, it sounds like. So planning action right here completes a gold chip. So that's going to require us to use a 3 and a 4. So those are used. When they're used, we'll just put them up there. So we are going to complete that gold chip. That gold chip, as mentioned, is the peat. It has a red number. Red number says you got to discard it. Okay, there's that peat spent for that. Done. This now flips over, and because underneath, once we install this, we're going to be able to upgrade one thing, and clearly we're going to upgrade the migration. Now, the question is, where do we install this? We kind of have an idea that we're not going to do it on level 1. The question is, do we install it always? To me, it's either goes there on level 2, on stage 2, so that we score 3 points for the first 2, and then it keeps building up, or do we go ahead and go there? Now, the only apprehension to going there is if we do more than 2, we better activate that 7-point
You're gonna
scoring.
do more than 2.
Oh, there's no doubt we're going to do more than 2.
that's a challenge.
It is, because getting that turned on is difficult. So
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards...
Conservative.
Yeah.
I approve.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So that's done. And then moving on over to our other side, we are going to go ahead and upgrade that migration. We get to flip one up there. So we get to upgrade one. Then we get to roll our purple die when we do, or a pink die, with the favor of Agera. And if we roll based on what is showing up there, so right there, based on where a marker is, the higher it is, the better the odds. However, we do have a couple of ideas here that allow us to adjust the pip value. So if need be, we can kind of fudge that a little bit.
And you have the ability to get a lot more.
Yeah. So that's done. So we did our action. Done. So now, sir.
Yeah, Vici, what would you like to do?
All right. So again, focused on this, but Vici's going to flip one of their cards, and there's their first card.
All right. So
Go for it.
as you said, we're doing medium, which means we do the blue side for 2 rounds.
Yep.
And then we'll do the red side for the rounds 3 and 4.
I mean, not that we need it, but we got them. So you know what?
Yeah.
There.
The
As
other-
a visual cue.
Ooh, I like that. The other nice thing is, this is a nice touch that you can flip this over, and this is another reminder for which side you're using.
Correct. Yes. All right.
All right, so what Vici wants to do is do some work with this era's scoring category, which
That is.
is culture,
Yep. Purple. So there we go.
and it's going to go up 1.
Okay. Easy enough. So Vici already scoring points.
Look at that.
For that.
Boom.
That's it. Now, that is one of the more simpler actions that they have. But okay, they're done. Our
They're
turn.
done.
All right. Well,
Do you migrate now? Is there a way to get more favor before you do?
I don't see any obvious ways
Okay.
to get more favor. And again, this milestone putting out
Yeah.
planner also require
Okay.
stone. So
It's probably crazy to get a pink die, but just to ask, right? Because that's going to double your chance of getting the one you need when you do the favor check.
that actually is a non-trivial.
I mean, that's a big change in the odds. With 2 dice and 2 ideas, you're
It would
pretty
only
much-
be one idea because the migration gonna have to adjust that 2 to a 3.
Okay.
So it'll be one idea, but 2 dice.
Versus 1 die and 2 ideas. Or,
That feels so crazy to waste that action
yes.
on it.
Yes.
But the question is, what are we going to do with the dice otherwise?
All right, so...
So 5-6 is complete a purple card, which we're not going to be able to do, or grab a die. Now it could be to get a white die afterwards.
Yes. So this is also crazy, but for 2 ideas, the 5 could be a 3 and you could get 6. So you could get a net 4 ideas for the 2 dice. And then you would have 3 instead.
Oh!
But, you know, to spend 2 to get 4, I don't know.
I think that's probably worth it.
Versus, you know, like you said, what's the other thing going to happen? When you migrate, you'll
No,
get
no,
exploited
you
producing.
totally
But
sold me
before
on
I
that.
go there, because
Okay, what?
transport, right? You're gonna find the J.
No, and then produce. But we're not going to be able to because we're not going to
You're
have
gonna
enough.
get it for free from the migrate. You'll find it.
Yeah, but I'm going to want more than that because ideally we want 3 stone and a jade.
Wait, don't be greedy.
I mean,
You
I'm
said
just trying
these-
to be
You
efficient.
said these have to get out in the first era, which is right.
Yeah.
So forget that one. Forget that one. So I think you want to save the 5-6 for a migration. So, transport. So I think you migrate now, and you trust that you have favor. I think you just trust. I mean, but you do need those ideas. But then, if you have to spend the ideas to do the migrate, then you can.
Yeah. So unless we
you-
roll specifically a 1.
You've got your super.
Oh, we do have that. There is
so
that.
You can recover.
Or maybe we use that instead of the idea and you keep that
It's
for
how lucky you like. If you have favor,
have you seen me?
you'll get to migrate. It'll get a double migrate. You'll find 2 stuff. then you'll transport 3 things off. It'll be jade and stone. Boom, 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 boom. Like,
So
look
we
how
need
glorious that
okay,
is.
so we need the 5 and 3 right here, you're saying.
The 1 and the transport.
Oh, transport, sorry. The 5 and 1.
So that's a favor on that 6. Right? So you have
Oh, so
one favor
okay. So
here.
1 favor here, 1 favor
Yeah,
here.
and then there's no favors left. You just have to roll a 1.
No chance.
Come on. You can roll a 1.
I don't mind a reset. I don't mind 1 reset. We have plenty of time for that. And getting 4 favor or 4 ideas to
if
make
you're-
sure.
Well, if you're comfortable with that, then do 1 favor to make that a 3, and then do the 3, 6. So then it's 1 for 5. Get more favors.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do. Okay. So hold on. So we're going to use 1 idea to go ahead and do the insight. The insight is the 6 and the 2, which is going to become a 3. So a 6-3 is going to be 6 ideas.
Yeah.
Are we in agreement?
We
on
are
that?
in agreement.
Okay. All right.
And then you can use your focus.
So that is 6 ideas there. Those 6 ideas. Now we
Definitely
are
going to be able to migrate.
100%.
Yeah. This is, you're right. This
This
is
is-
a little too free and loose.
Yeah.
But that's how
So
aggressive
those
you
are
want to
done.
be.
Yeah. But
All right, Vici.
all right. Yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
Some choice.
Whoa, sorry, a little aggressive. All right, so here we go. So Vici is going to roll a die, and based on what they roll, we're gonna see what they do. So I knew you were gonna do that. Just throw it off to the side.
Well,
Yeah.
it's, it was a 2.
It's not that hard.
It was a 2.
All right, fine. You want to call it a 2? Call it a 2.
I'll roll better, but it was a 2.
All right, fine. It was a 2.
So 2 is a technology and
A pink die.
a pink die. Okay. All that talk of favor got Vici excited.
So now Avicii only ever rolls 1 die at a time, y'all. But it for who has the most dice type stuff. That's why they keep
And that's a
collecting
limited
dice.
resource too.
Correct. In addition to that, y'all see the blue and the red marks on the left-hand side. Whenever Vici has 4 of each or more, they're going to do a reset.
Yes.
Okay. They are Groot. All right. So now, looking at this, the migration is going to require 2 of these. No, it's not. We're going to use this. That as the 3, and then the 1. So the focus is a anytime 1 wild die. So that is a 3, and that is a 1, and we're going to do 2 migrations. So when we do these,
Such confidence.
the first migration you roll for here. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of Vici's die. We will. Okay.
Oh, it's not so easy.
No, clearly it's not. You are correct. That's a 5.
2 favor.
That's a 6. That's a 1. Oh, hey, that was a success. All right. Well rolled. Actually, couldn't have rolled worse. I guess a 4 would have been worse. So I guess, yeah, there's that. So that means that migration happens and that migration happens. So we're going to migrate out here on the map. So moving this one to an adjacent area, we're going to choose the encampment with the fire to score 2 points there. Then we get to flip over what this is. We have discovered jade.
Hey, that was one we needed.
All right. I would have preferred that be stone.
Well,
but
But there was
that
a-
is, because we're the first to discover it, we get a jade out there. And now, sir, do you want to go ahead and move to the other?
I can
mountain?
do that, sure. So we'll go again to the fire encampment.
Yep. 2
for another
points.
2 points.
Okay, and come on,
Survey
stone.
says stone.
Woo!
Oh.
All right. Oh, thank God.
Oh, it's going to be good.
All right. And that's there.
Although you did want the iron ore for something, but
Yeah,
later.
yeah, that's a future us problem. All right.
Guess you
that
could just find it.
couldn't have gone better. That's a fist
That was
bump.
very
There you
good.
go. All right, cool.
And
Done.
thank goodness you got yourself some extra favors, ideas.
Ideas,
I don't
yes.
know why I'm calling them favors.
That's all right. All right.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was about as successful as it could be. All right.
All right, here we go. It is not a reset 3 and 3,
Okay.
which means I will roll attempting
2.
Another 2 is going to be a procreate.
Yes.
All right. So now we get to do the territory choosing.
All right. So here we go. Here are the rules. And again, let me just zoom that out a hair.
Right.
So I get everything in there. I thought I had it. Things moved. There we go. Good.
So with procreation,
Yes.
Vici wants to go somewhere where there's a free encampment.
Okay.
So that is both territories where Vici is.
So
have free encampments.
they have empty spots, in other words, in their encampments.
Yes.
Okay.
So given that there are 2 possible choices, we roll to figure out which it's actually going to be.
So roll, and that'll be that. Okay.
4 is the grassland.
All right. So we look at the grassland. Hey, migrating from there.
All right.
Or procreating. Sorry. There.
So we have, so now we have to choose, there's 2 encampments there. Which one do we want to occupy? And we have rules for that. And unsurprisingly, take the free points is the first priority, and we have free points available.
There we
So
go.
we will
1
take it.
point. Done. They have procreated. All right. Done. Okay. There we go. Wow. That was wonderful. Okay. So now we have 1 die left on our board. So because we only have 1 die left on our board, we don't have any focus. We can't take an action, so therefore we must do a reset. How does a reset work? Pretty simple. If you have 3 or less dice on your board, here's how this works. You move one of those markers down, and you're going to move that marker. Whoop, there's a reset. The next step says you roll your dice, but there's another step in between that. That other step is this. You pick that up and you put it in your hand, because otherwise you were guaranteed to forget this at some point. I promise you, even though it's in front of you. So you put that in your hand, and then you're going to be wondering, well, why do I have that in my hand? Oh, it's a reminder. So now I roll all 5 of the dice that I've used, and I may, if I choose to, roll that 5 or any dice that are left here on my board. However, seeing as I need it for production and transport, probably going to go ahead and just leave that bad boy right there. So we're going to roll those dice. That is a 1, couple of 3s, a 4, and a 6.
Pretty good.
Okay. Hey. Wow, I've rolled my dice. Why do I? Oh, that's why I have this in my hand.
Yes.
It's an idea or a food.
Got a lot of ideas.
You can never have too many ideas. We're going to go hunting at some point. That is a future us problem. That's going to be an idea. That is our turn. Now, in a multiplayer game, once somebody says they're resetting, the next player can actually start their turn. As long as one player is in charge of moving that, you're good to go. It speeds things up.
Sure. But there's a chance that Vici will also reset.
Right, because 3 and 3, they need 4 and 4.
Yes, they will.
All right. So, instead of doing their action,
Yes.
Vici's going to reset.
Yep.
So, first off, reset. That happens. Okay.
And then these are just discarded.
Okay, so we'll just set them off to the side. Okay, done.
That's it.
Vici's reset. Okay, well,
Back to you, sir.
now that we have dice, you know what I like doing?
Transporting.
No. We need 2 stone, sir. So therefore, I'm thinking we go ahead and produce.
And then pick up 2 stone and 1 jade.
Yes.
Okay.
So produce is going to be a 5 and a 3. So that says we get to produce 2, and we get to maybe, after we do so, go ahead, roll on the favor, and just bring one
Maybe
home.
pick one up.
Maybe. So production-wise, you can produce anywhere you have homies. Well, we know we need 3 stone and 1 jade to be able to do the thing, so we're going to go ahead and produce both stone since we already have a jade there.
Okay.
And then we will roll on the favor of Vigera. That was dramatic. Is it worth transporting 1? Now, here's the interesting thing. Our transport only allows us to move 3. I would love
I
to
know.
be able to move 4. So, for 2 ideas,
And you did just get an idea from that reset.
we did.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not crazy.
I think we're going to go ahead and use 2 ideas.
All the resources you need to play
And
the cards. Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and grab
The jade.
Yeah, we'll grab the jade. That is correct. So that goes into the jade. Done.
Nice.
All right.
All right, Vici, what are you up to? Well, let's take a look. It is choice. That is your favor.
It appears to be a 2.
I love the 2s. That is pretty easy. Build
Placing a statue.
Boom.
Vici has no limit on statues, and they build it into the middle building ground. Very simple. Build a statue. Done. And currently, that will score them 1 point at the end of the round. All right, back to us. You know what I would like to do? I would like to transport. Well, we're going to use that 1 to transport, and then we're going to need a 5. We're going to go ahead and use that 4 to turn it into a 5 with another one of those ideas.
So important.
And we get to transport 3 things. Hey, how about 3 stone?
Mm-hmm.
And now we have everything we need to install those 3 cards.
It's a lot of
However,
6s.
To install the brown card is a 6-1. To install the blue and purple card is a 6-4 and a 6-5, respectively.
Well, the 6-4 is not that
Is
far
not
off.
terrible, so that's the blue one. I guess that's what we're doing next turn. Okay, Vici, you're up.
All right. All right. So the next era's scoring category, which is prestige, twice go up 1 bumps.
There we go. All right.
2 bumps. And again, even though Vici has crossed a line, Vici only cares about points for the progress tracks.
Done.
So that's it.
Back to us.
Can't accuse Vici of taking too long.
They are not APing. Absolutely not. So we already talked about this. So the 6-4, we have a 6-3. A 6-3, and one of our ideas is a 6-4. When we do that action, we could either build or install that card. We're going to choose to install that card. So when we choose to install a card now I'm going to set these aside for a minute. It's going to be that blue card because that's the one we just did. The prerequisites to do this are if you install it on level 1, it's going to be 2 stone. If you install it on level 2, it would be a stone and an oil. Or, in lieu of the oil, have 3 settlements already built. Well, that's not happening. So,
You have the oil.
we do have the oil.
But then more blue stuff costs more.
Yeah, so I think we take it easy. And you know what? We're already on this camera. So, first things first, we're going to pay the 2 stone. 2 stone from there goes into our supply. Then we immediately get that. So that is 3 culture and 2 construction.
So 2 construction crosses the line to flip.
Yep.
One of the blue 4s, and the other crosses the same for the purple.
So that is a blue crossing the line and a purple crossing the line. Why does that matter? Because over here on our board, you'll notice that the various colors. So starting, actually it'd probably be better over here. The blue are any of, you follow this blue all the way up and over to that. So we get to upgrade any of those. And then any of the purples, which are these, we get to upgrade.
Oh, the dice one. Something to think about.
It certainly is. Like, I'm not opposed to that.
Well, let's look at the blue ones first.
All right. So the planning one really doesn't do a whole lot on level 1. You'll notice it adds 1 more planning, but honestly, once we install that brown card, I don't think we're going to need that. And we're not really focused on doing a whole lot of that, so I don't think that's terribly important. Now, the one that I love is getting the sustenance 3, because when you get the sustenance 3, you get to hunt twice, which feeding your people, that's really nice. Now, it doesn't help a whole lot when you get to sustenance 2, but it's halfway home. And then the exploration, the right side, the lucky find stuff, which just isn't as good as the extra find at the beginning of the round, so I'm almost never inclined to do that. Whereas the exploration allows you to flip tiles, lets you score a non-trivial amount of points doing that.
Right. And then there's the market.
There's, right, the sale and purchase, which when that's upgraded, allows you 2 sellings and 2 purchases.
And there was thought about buying iron ore, but that's 4.
Right.
Because it hasn't
Been discovered yet.
Selling for 3.
And then the dice. And then when you upgrade it to level 3, you not only get 2 dice, 1 of each, you can install 2 purple cards or 1 with a discount.
The level 3s are all quite good.
They really are.
But it's hard to want to focus.
Right.
Right? Like getting lots of level 2s.
Sorry, that was the building one. The building one, the blues, are 2 buildings of the same or any 2 buildings.
So now that's not 2 farms.
I mean, that's less food you need then.
Right.
And farms, when they're built, produce ideas.
So that's not crazy either.
Right.
So I think sustenance is a good choice. I think the dice one is a good choice.
I mean, we know we're hanging out in the mountains.
Mountains are not a great place to hunt.
They are not.
So that's a reason against sustenance for now, and maybe for building farms.
Done. So we'll upgrade that for the blue one. Now we have the purple. Purple, transport, more transport. Procreate, have more babies.
That could be good.
I always like upgrading
dice.
that. And the die,
Like, you need the dice to succeed on that bonus procreate.
okay.
This dice. And the sooner you get the dice, the better.
Yeah, agreed. There we go.
I like it.
All right. So that was installing the card over here. Now that we have installed the card, that actually tucks in. We've paid the prerequisite. And that's our special ability. We get to look at a cool pyramid. The end. Done. All right.
All right, Vichi.
Yeah. By the way, every time it's Vichi, I hear Avicii in my head. And so I hear... I took a pill in Ibiza in my head every time you say that. Watch your head on these angles.
Should I say Groot?
Yeah, right, yes.
All right, in this era's scoring category.
So we've already established purple.
Culture.
Yep, culture.
Twice, 1 bump. So 2 bumps. Catching up to you. Not going to let you have the lead.
Us. Not have us.
Well, I'm willing to go on either side.
All right, that's fair.
Whoever wins, I was rooting for them.
All right, well, we have no dice.
Wait,
So, literally, we have no dice. So, that's clearly a reset. Step 2, into the hand. Step 3, roll some bones. I'm pretty sure that's a distinct lack of 6s.
Yes.
Good thing we have ideas. And then this, well...
Probably needs to be an idea.
Well, let's see. 5, 1. Yeah, it's got to be...
also... food. If we don't like its covers.
Yeah, to hell with food right now. All right, done.
That's the 3rd reset.
Yep. Vichi, you're up.
All right. In the 4th era's scoring category.
That is blue, which is...
Look into the future. 1 bump.
Okay. All right. And...
3 and 3, so...
Very possible they reset.
Yes.
So the priority...
If they reset, that's it? No, there's 1 spot
No, there's...
left.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're running out of time. So you got to get the achievement one to get the purple progress. The
I think
culture.
so. The only problem is it's a 6-5, and that's a...
Oh, but that's one idea. 6-5.
Yeah, but this is a 6-1. So that's a 6-1. That's a 6-5.
Yeah, but you want the points. I mean, you want the points.
Well, hear me.
Yes.
If we install this one first, that gives us 1 planning marker on everything.
Oh.
So, yeah, I think we're going to go the 6-1. So the 1 is going to go there. This 5 is going to become a 6 with that idea there. And by doing that, we get to install a invention or brown card. So we've already established we're going to do this on the first level because we don't have tar. So it does require 1 stone there, done. And then place 1 as a planning marker on every one of your 6 dice spaces.
Tasty.
Here's what that looks like. That's a one-time use 6, a one-time use 5. You guessed it, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So now that that's done, that tucks in. And point bonus, game end for every card and anything installed. Now, one thing I did not explicitly explain in the solo game here is this is now the blue column. This is now the brown column, meaning the only things that can be built on these are blue and brown respectively, and income chips, which are wild, which are that up there. But as it is, it's blue and brown for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
That's us. That's done. I spent our dice.
Vichi is going to reset 4 and 5.
Checks out. So
Those
there.
are discarded. Back to you.
All right. Well, we've established 6-5 to get that bad boy out. I see no reason not to use these and save our ideas. So here's why we did it. 6 and 5 is there. We're going to install the fine arts. The fine arts requires 1 jade, which we have. Now the question is, nope, no question because we don't have any stone left. Never mind. So we're going to install that. That's going to be 2 blue,
All
2
right.
construction.
That's going to give you 2 either favor or income collectings.
Well, favor or income? Well, clearly favor is the right answer. So you see the favor of Agera right there. So what that means is over here on right here, that's 2. 1, 2. Now, whenever we roll the pink die, we got a 50-50 shot.
That's
of
better.
it. That is not terrible. Not to mention, we've already scored 25 points for purple. That is glorious. And again, it's not getting us any current, like, extra cool things. It's going pretty well. All right? So, yeah. All right. Vichi, you're up.
So yeah, now you got to think like that was the plan.
Whew.
Execute.
Okay. Game over.
Yeah, it's all bonus now.
Seriously. Accomplished the mission.
So that was
Done.
good. I will say, jade. Maybe you want to produce jade.
Oh yeah,
you can do some thinking.
Yeah.
While Vichi's
Now
over here.
my turns are going to take a little longer because I have no
Exactly.
clue.
All right, so we got a choice.
Okay,
Looks like it's going to be some migrating or procreating.
it's a 4.
4 is going to be a migrating and a provision.
Okay, so first time we're doing these, walk us through them, sir.
All right, so for migrating, we're going to move from one territory to another. We want to choose a territory where we have 2 tribes, one of them strong. We
Checks out right
have
here.
that. So that's the one we're going from.
That one only has 1, so obviously.
So where do we want to go to? Where we have the fewest.
Okay, so the options, you can't migrate into the water. You could migrate to the mountains,
Yep.
to the desert, or to the swamp.
And they're all 0. So
Yes.
they're all tied for fewest, which means we got to go find out which
Let
it's going to be.
fate decide. All right, 2,
Swamp.
Okay, and then you have to decide which space, which obviously score points.
So you have to choose which tribe leaves and which encampment they occupy.
Correct, yes. So which one leaves?
All right. For migrating, wilderness is the first choice. Fire is the next.
Okay.
So we will leave from the fire.
Okay, so this one is going into the swamp. Where does it go?
It would like the fire. Once
Okay.
again, it's going to work down the list, but taking points is points.
2 points for red.
2 points for red.
All right, so that was half of their turn because then they did the migrate and now they're going to provision.
Right. So provisioning, we are going to choose where we have the fewest and the most tribes. And since we've come into a new territory, 0 is
One
going to
tribe.
be fewer than 1.
It is fact.
Right. 1 provision, 0 provision.
Correct.
So that's where
Yep.
we're going. And we just add a provision.
So provisions are the markers sideways because Vici never produces resources because they don't have a player, they don't have a console. So this is basically going to help feed their people as well as block off building locations for the solo player
If
for
they
us.
can get 2 provisions.
Yeah, the farm.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
and that's it. All right.
That's it.
So now what?
Is that it? I think they discover the resource they just.
Oh,
looked
they
at.
do. They do. You are correct.
Undeveloped territory, flip it face up, but no marker.
Vichi has discovered peat. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Did you figure out what you were doing?
No.
Okay.
So, beginning of fall, want to be in mountains, because that's free production. Also be in forests. Procreating, because free resources, right? Plus points. Procreating's not bad.
Did we improve it? We did.
No, we did not. We did dice instead.
But we don't have the dice to get the dice at the moment.
We don't. We could sustenance. We could. We can't really build. We have 4 dice available, so we can't reset.
You have 2 people and only 1 food at the moment.
Correct.
But hunting in the mountains ain't so hot.
It is not. So looking at what we have 4-3.
Could you procreate and build a farm?
That's 2 actions.
Yep.
So procreating is a 5-2. So that would be... So building's going to be near impossible.
Okay.
Not true. Hold on. If we work with me, if we procreate with a 5-2, these.
Yep.
Then we reset. That drops it to here. The next time it becomes our turn,
The last turn.
that is the last turn of the round, which means we then would be able to theoretically build, provided we
rolled well.
rolled. So that it would be
That
procreate.
would get you the farm in
2 farms.
whichever.
2 farms. 2 farms. 2 farms.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kinda like that.
Then we don't need to feed. You just need to. We have 1 food to cover the 1 new baby.
Yeah.
I think so. So with that said, I think that's the focus this round.
I like it.
So procreate is a 5-2. So we have the 2. We don't have the 5. So that's the penultimate idea right there. Done. And we get to procreate. Where do we get to procreate? Anywhere we have people. So we've established we want to go into the mountain, obviously, because that's where our people are, both there and there. The question is, we get an extra 2 points plus an extra wood if we have somebody in the forest at the end of the round. That makes sense. So procreating there in the mountain.
Because you might get an extra action to migrate.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. They not. But you have the planning pips, so you know.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear. I don't think that's going to work, but could migrate first, then reset, and then build. Get an extra action this round. I like that. Good call. Okay. All right, Vichi, you're up.
Vichi is going to roll the die. Get some more purple points. Oh, it's like it knows. 1. So 1 bump on purple, on culture, and burn the letterpress.
All right, but because it's the last one, a new one comes out. And because a new one comes out, we'll show you all what that is. Oh, that's an oil. That's a couple of green bumps.
Perfume.
And
That's not bad.
all of a sudden, it's almost like this is rigged. It's really almost embarrassing how well this is working out. Okay, so it's our turn. They're done. Well, I think we go ahead and
To the box.
migrate. I think so. So we use one of the 3s, and we use the 1 here to migrate. There.
Okay.
There.
Do you
So-
want to leave the fire? I mean, you're going to go to the fire, but with which one? I guess you leave the fire so you can go back there again someday.
Yeah, theoretically. So leave the fire one to where maybe we can score some points. Go into the forest. We'll score 1 point. There we go. Now, we can roll for another migration, but I'll be honest, I don't want to. Like, we can roll for it,
But you're where you want to be.
but we're... Okay, we failed. Fine. Don't want to be anywhere else. So I'm really, really okay with that. So, Vichi, you're up.
Oof. Moving along. Oh, next one's going to be a reset on all likelihood, but not this one.
All right.
This one's going to be a 4, which is going to put out another statue.
Okay.
And go hunting, a new action.
All right. So hunting. Go for it.
So when we hunt, all we're doing is blocking, and we want to block the best territory where we're together, which is definitely that forest.
That's the only one. So we grab a hunting marker. We put it over there. Hey, we can't hunt there. We weren't going to anyways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're done.
Yeah.
So now we are going to go ahead and reset. That is going to move that. But again, I want to stress this, that it says the next time the starting player takes a turn, that's the last action round. So we get this reset here, dice in hand, in hand, and then roll. I'm allergic to 6s again, apparently. Okay. So that's what we rolled. Now the question is, does this become an idea or a food? Well, we've established we don't need the food.
As long as you can build, which
we can. That's going to become an idea.
Yep.
Done.
Beautiful.
All right. So Vichi is almost assuredly going to reset.
And yes.
So there we go. So those just go into the discard.
Yep.
Done. All right. So our last action, because this now triggers the last round, is going to be to build, as we've established. So building is going to be 6-4. We don't have any 6s. So that sure sounds like a 5, and that idea we just with the reset. And we don't have any 4s, so that's going to be that. And that's going to be 2 buildings of the same type. So if we come over here to the left side of our board, you'll see that the 4 different types of building right here. Building a farm requires no action or no resources. So because we get to build 2 of the same, and it says, whenever you build it, you get an idea for each.
That's nice.
So, hey, that's 1 idea. That's 2 ideas. We can build them anywhere we currently are. So the question is, I think we build them in the mountains. I think.
Well, there are 3 encampments in the forest versus 2 in the mountains.
So maybe we would procreate in the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. And that might actually get blocked off sooner.
Yes. Because it's halfway provisioned by Vichi.
1 there, and then the stone we've established. I don't know how much more stone we need, honestly, but I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. All that food requirement, and then we have 1 food for him. Still good.
Mm-hmm.
Bueno. All right, Vichi's last turn of the round. There we go.
All right.
You know what? That's bothering me. There.
A 2 is
Statue.
a statue.
Okay.
Easily done.
All right, so we are done with the round, effectively, of actions at least. So now we go into phase 5. We have not discovered the Gorge of the Grim Wolves, Glaciers, or Mystic Oak, so we can just skip phase 5. Plus, Vichi does nothing in phase 5.
Correct.
Phase 6, however, does. So we're going to do this in turn order, just because it's involved for Vichi. So it's always voluntary to feed your people. Farms feed 1 worker, or 1. Each tribe requires 1 food if they're in a settlement area. So those circles out there on the map. Whereas if they're out here in the wilderness, they require 2 food. Each farm knocks that down by 1 for each tribe. So no food, 1 food. We don't have to feed him, but then he would be weakened. He would lay down and he would not score any points. So we'll go ahead and pay that food there. So looking at this now, after that, you're going to score all your strong tribes 1 point apiece. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 3 points for yellow. Okay, so yellow is now done with the feeding phase, but Vichi's got some stuff now.
All right. So Vichi follows this hint for feeding, and the first thing is provision. A free provision before we have to eat.
Okay.
So again, the priority there is where there are the least provisions with the most people, but it's 1 and 1 across the board.
And 1. Yes. So three-way tie.
Any of them could be it. So we will roll, and with a 5, we will pick the hills. But we don't have hills.
Okay, so
right?
give me 1 second. Right, there are no hills, so then it goes clockwise from there.
To the desert.
No desert.
To the forest.
There is a forest.
Oh, isn't that nice that you got that farm out? So we will put another provision out there.
Now, what would have happened when the second provision comes out?
It would, if there was no farm there, it would have blocked the farm space.
Exactly. All right. Done.
All right, so that was the free, so now we feed. Each provision, territories with a provision is going to feed 1 person on an encampment.
Okay.
So there is a provision for each of them. So they all are fine, and then 1 point
For each
strong.
Yep. So 3 points for red. Okay. Whoop. Down to phase 7. Phase 7 is move the weather indicator and resolve the event. Okay. So again, let's move the weather indicator. So when we do that,
Wrong way.
colder. It's going down. Let's try that.
There it is.
There we go. So this says 1 activity. All right. So what that means is each of us get to do that. And by each of us, I mean the humans.
Right. Vici does not get affected by the weather.
Does not. So if you look at this, the only insight action that we have available to us is the one that's printed on the board. This is the same for every player if they don't have any extras. And what this says is you may spend 1 money, not a gold, but 1 money to be able to bump up any one of the progress tracks. So looking at this, hey, we start with 2 money. So there's 1. So looking at the progress track,
I'm really liking culture.
I mean, not only is it 5 points, but we also get the bump.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right, done.
So now coming back over to our board, procreation.
Definitely going to want more people.
So any of the purples here. So more people sounds good. So we'll upgrade that one. And since we've upgraded our favor of Vigera already, it's more likely that we'll have more people.
Yes.
So that seems good.
I agree.
So that was a productive use of it
Weather
being rainy
bonus.
up here. So now we then do the actual event, which says each civ gains 2 points for each of its own forest and mountain territories. In addition, gain 1 resource in each of those territories. Well, hey, would you looky there? Mountain, forest. That sounds like 6 points. 2, 4, 6. And that's a jade, that's a wood, and that's a stone. And now Vici does the same, which
2 points.
2 points, but they don't get resources.
Don't
So,
care about
okay,
resources.
done. All right.
Going well so
Pretty-
far.
I don't know that it could be going much better, to be honest.
Solid.
All right, so now score the era scoring category and move its scoring to remove it afterwards. So 5 points for each purple bump. So looking at that, looking over at the progress board, that sure looks like 30 to 20.
Mm-hmm. Glorious.
30 is 44.
Like I said, totally rooting for us.
That was there, right. And 20, which is 28. That feels better.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't suck. And then next is whoever scored the most in that category becomes the starting civ. Well, I think that will
That's us, yeah.
that'll go ahead and stay right here. There we go. All right, next, phase 8. Gain income from your income chips. It scores statues. Scores statues is the only part that Vici does.
Yes.
Clear the hunting tiles and then empty the equip empty resets. So, all right, income. So income actually is right there. The only income that we have on our board is that bad boy. Says if we want, we can mutate. And what that means is looking over here at our board, we currently have not played our Tusks card yet, which requires a heart, which, take my word for it here, we have one. If we want to build that or install that on level 2, we also need our expressiveness. So we can move these. I just don't know if we should.
I don't think so, because I think that you need one more card to complete stage 1.
Right.
And that is
It just seems
the
like the
insight
right thing
card.
to do.
So it's going to be on 2.
I think so.
So you have what you need. So
Yeah.
don't rock
And
the
so
boat.
this being installed on 1 with the iron ore, if we can get an iron ore, which is...
We can.
Oh, we totally can. So yeah, we're going to want both those. So we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so statues. Favor of Agera. 1 point. 3 statues. 3 points.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Done. Clear the hunting tiles, please. Or tile, singular. And we need to refill our resets, and that's the end of the round. That's it. And that...
Yeah.
You do not...
Yeah, so similar, your dice stay from round to round. So,
Vichi's deck stays exactly as it is.
and
So
we're not going to shuffle until
their
we're-
entire discard here after that card will get shuffled in. Right.
Yep.
All right, so new round.
All right, what do we want to do this round? What's the bonus?
It's green.
Prestige.
Yes.
There is a perfume to acquire.
All right. And the event says it is coronation. I swear to God, this isn't rigged. This is embarrassing. The civilization that leads on the green track.
That's all in. Well, we're behind.
We're behind. 6 points and 3 money, and it only applies to the civilization that has the exclusive lead. So it is, sure, it looks like it's getting hot in her, so that's going to go up to yellow, so we're just going to swap that out with the dominant species one there.
Warm
All
it
right.
up.
So green seems like a good thing, plus, points. So now a new card actually comes out on every deck, sir.
All right. Protective wear is our new invention.
Get you 2 hearts. Okay.
New mutation is a fine sense of smell for some favor.
Ooh, we already have one, expressiveness.
And
And
something about hunting.
every time before you perform a hunt, one of your strong tribes can migrate to an adjacent foreign territory. So that's a free migration. Okay, that seems fantastic.
The insight is despotism. Despotism.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Despot. Yeah, we're going to be despots
Yeah.
with dexterity.
You get, when you do a reset and you didn't roll a 5, you get to produce.
Yeah, you get 1 production. Yeah, all right.
Not loving it. The new building is prison.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a command decision on this because we're playing the solo game. You see that red axe up there in the top left-hand corner? It is a take that card. So we're going to just discard that card anytime those come out, either in the solo game or if you don't want take that in your game.
How about a sewer instead?
Okay.
Some favor.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And finally, the new achievement.
Okay.
Oh, there goes perfume.
Yeah, I know.
Calendar. But maybe
Requires a
Vici will
vision.
work on calendar.
I hope so. And what does that say on it?
On the last turn of each era, in
this one.
any order, activate a module and do a reset.
Shrey had this and abused the heck out of it. That was glorious, watching him do this. It was painful to be on this side of it, mind you, but it was awfully impressive. All right, so that is all of the new cards. Now, new goals. So we can take a goal chip.
They're not great.
So cotton requires being in the hills. Not a priority. 2 green. I could see the 2 expressiveness happening.
Two buildings or 2 mutations?
I mean...
Yeah. I mean, who knows about the Mushroom Valley? Like, there's a lot of sites. I guess it's 2, and
Getting the
2.
bump. The fact that this card requires just a peat and a stone for a level 2. Or, and it gives us 2 bumps on the favor of Agera, as opposed to the 1 bump. But the free migration is also delicious. And that only requires 1 expressiveness. So you know what? Let's go with the green one. So therefore, the mutation. All right. And does he remove any?
1, 2, 3.
Yep. Does
Nope.
not. And refill it.
They
Please.
still are not of interest.
All right, the extra find for us. So we are
Oh,
in.
it's stone.
Oh, well,
That's not bad.
okay. So the extra find, we are in a forest and mountain
Iron ore you needed for your card.
for magnetism.
And we don't have any other way to get it. So I think that's forced.
Okay. So, hey, lucky find or new find. There we go. We got some iron ore. So now we go into the action phase. Done. Okay. Time to go digging for something. The question is, do we get do the green card before we go hunting?
The risk is that you want to hunt in the forest, and Vichi might do it first.
That is a risk.
So I would say if you were planning to hunt, which is reasonable, I think that's probably more likely than Vichi burning that.
I like the free
mutation.
migration, though. Just a free migrate.
Well, but you've got to get the card and play the card.
Yeah.
And you've got to be more expressive.
I
I
hear
mean,
you.
that's like if you're going to hunt, you should hunt. But you know what? Maybe you're not going to hunt.
6-3
No,
and
you
6-2.
have no food. If you have the dice to hunt.
So we can play both of those cards, which then gets us an income, which then allows us to mutate.
And you don't need it anymore. after you
So
play the
there we
card.
go. So we are going to mutate. Here we're going to play the 6-2 we need. So this 5 is going to be a 6 with an idea. And we need the 2, which we have a 2. And that's going to allow us to install tusks. So we're going to mutate. We have the heart, which is stamina and expressiveness. So therefore, that's going to get installed into our board. You do not spend them. You just have to have them.
Level 2
Sorry. Oh.
in the corner over there. This one is going to be that one.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, all right. We'll do the level 2. That's fine. So now, whenever you perform a hunt, get an extra food.
That's nice.
Iron ore. Yeah, all right, done.
Okay.
Final answer. All right, Vichi's last card that we haven't seen yet.
All right. Maybe he's going to take the sewer, but... One green. Well,
I mean, it's 4
that's-
points this round,
yeah,
and
that's the event.
it's the event. It's like he knows.
Yeah, very smart.
They are clever. So we only have 1s, 2s, and 3s over here on our board. The free migration, I don't think. Oh, you know what we need?
What do you need?
So to install
it's a
that
6-3.
card
You have
is a 6-3.
It's one idea. Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could do the 1-2 and just grab the card to make sure he doesn't somehow grab that card from us.
Okay. Sure.
I think.
Because that's not using any of the dice you need to install that.
Exactly. So I think we use a 1 and we'll use the 2 here to research, which is draw any of the face-up cards. So we're going to go ahead and take that fine sense of smell. We'll go ahead and keep that up there. That's our hand. Done. That's our entire action. All right. Vichi just shuffled.
All right. Fourth Eris category.
Blue.
One bump on blue.
Yep. Construction. Okay. Done. Back to us. Now we need to install. We were saying. Oh, interesting. No, stay on target. Stay on target.
Because you want the
6-3
yeah.
for the magnetism.
Yep.
So this is a 1, which is a 6, and that's a 3 there. And that installs magnetism. And it requires an iron ore, which we have from the extra find. That's going to be installed in level on tier 1, stage 1. So it's going to be 2 brown bumps. So 2.
It's going to give you an upgrade on
any of the browns, and then that will tuck in, and then we get to do that. But first things first. So the browns are the research.
Yeah.
Okay. Migration.
Could be nice to
Likely.
get that maxed, yep.
Because that gives us potentially 3 migration. But the exploration's always nice.
And it needs to start happening. Like, if you're going to find the Mushroom Valley, you got to start exploring.
If we're going to find
the stone is pretty nice.
Yeah.
But who says you're going to be first?
No, it's going to be migration. Just not overthink it. We got that to level 3. That
Transport,
yeah, I think
level
that's the
3s
right.
are good.
So, looking at this, sorry, that was on the wrong side. There we go. That migration to level 3 just is too good. So, now that was for installing that. But however, if you also notice right here, it says when you complete the entire stage, you then get an income chip and then immediately trigger that income chip. Yep, sorry about that, Jonathan. Thanks. So now...
Oh, man. But that all in on flipping them around, I guess you can chase the...
Then we could chase the... Right? I mean, there's that.
But green matters right now a lot.
And I think that's the right answer, the green one, right?
But we did need to get this moved over to get that played.
Oh, we do.
But maybe that's not a crit. No, because you wanted to hunt and get all the good
the good stuff.
So
all right, we'll get the free mutation.
Wow, that's crazy. 2
Is it?
incomes. I mean, I think it's probably crazy in a good way, but it just seems crazy that like this feels like a weak income.
Second one. Yeah, that's a fair point.
But it's great right now. And it just means we'll chase. So let's look at what the attribute chips are. See if you can get tempted.
All right.
So stubborn civilization, whenever you roll your fate dice, you can re-roll them once.
I mean,
agile civilization, at the start of every feeding phase, you get a free hunt.
I mean,
and we're making hunts good.
Right.
Smart civilization, stage 3 has the card cost of 2, and 4 has the cost of 3, so you can go up.
Yeah.
But agile civilization,
that
could be kind of interesting to like have a free hunt, and the hunt is giving you extra food and a migrate.
And that is a 2 just manipulation of those.
That's tough. Yeah, it feels weird to go all in on that as your income, but boy, is it good in the short term, and be fun to grab an attribute chip.
Yeah, let's do it.
You are winning.
We're pivoting off the 4
little.
points one, but yeah, let's go ahead and double up.
Like it.
I think you're allowed to double up on these.
Now that's wild. So you could put it where it gets +1 point.
That's a fair point, actually. It just makes it more expensive and more difficult to do any of those. How much more of the brown are we going to do?
I don't know. And maybe you'll end up getting smart civilization, which will undo it, because the 3s are 2s. Maybe. I don't know.
The blue, I could see us doing again. The purple, definitely. The orange, we're able to manipulate that. So if it's gonna be on the brown. So yeah, okay,
That's
fine.
1
We'll
point.
put that right there.
And then you're not in the must flip territory.
And then this immediately will move over.
And it helps us get closer to the level 2,
Yeah,
stage 2.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that works.
And then that replaces?
And it does. The bottom one does bump us up the green track, but... And that one that just came out is you get to harvest one or transport one resource or make a weak tribe strong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that was a little APE, but that's all right. You're
I like
up,
it though.
Vichi.
It's a very interesting civilization you're developing.
It really is, right? The ability to mutate on a whim, basically.
All right, that is going to be a reset.
Oh wow, it is, isn't it? Okay, that's a quick reset. All right, we have no dice. This, I believe, was used. So there we go. So that appears to be a reset. First things first, that drops in the hand. Dice. I would argue that's a can of die. What do you think?
I mean, if that one is the
well,
4,
okay, this, and this are all on the edges.
That's if you're going to be strict.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh, and double twos could get you a third.
A million twos we have. Approximately. We
Well,
also have a pair of threes.
That's fine. I mean, that could get you the brain you need for smart civilization.
And given the crap that we rolled, we do need a 6-2. But we're going to hunt here soon, but not right now. That'll become an idea done. All right, Vichi, you're up.
All right, let's see what happens here. A 3
Migrate.
is a migrate.
Okay.
So, migrating. We want to have 2 tribes. 1 strong. We don't.
1.
So
none.
We get a free procreate when that happens.
All right, so now busting back over there to the procreate.
Right. Free procreation first.
Okay.
All right, so somewhere where there is a free encampment, which is all of them.
There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. So all are viable.
And that's all we care about. So I think we just roll for which of that.
Okay. 3 looks
Mountains.
like mountain. He is not there, so moving around to the
Grass.
grassland, he is. And we've already established he's going to want the point, so he takes that.
All right.
So that's the free procreate. Now he has the 2 strong,
Yes.
so now he's going to migrate. He wants to migrate where he isn't,
Yes.
so the options are desert or mountain.
Yes. And there's no tie break on that, so we roll mountains.
Okay, so he's moving on in, but
now we have some choice.
but he's coming in to our spot. So
Right.
looking at this hierarchy,
So is the fire free?
it is not.
Is any free?
Yes.
They're going there.
Okay, which one though is leaving? The starting with number 6, right? Right here.
No, I don't think it starts from 6.
I believe it.
That was the feeding starting with 6.
Ew.
Rival territory. Priority list. Oh, right. It's wilderness, fire, or...
Okay, so from fire
Right, it's right here.
to there. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
All right, so we moved in. Done.
And there's nothing to discover. So
That's
that's
it.
it.
Okay. So our turn. Pretty straightforward. We're going to install the fine sense of smell. We're going to mutate. So we need 6-2. Well, we have a million twos and we have a 6. Let's just go ahead and keep it simple, stupid. It's got to go to level 4. Stage 3, sorry. So if you look at this, it needs 2 expressiveness, nothing, and nothing.
Lucky.
So that works out. So that will then get tucked. We have the 2 expressiveness. It gets us 1 bump on the favor of Agera to go there. Now it's a 1 in 4 shot.
Lovely.
So that will tuck in. And now, every time before you hunt, you get to migrate. And when you hunt, get an extra food. Now I'm ready to. Now I'm feeling good about some hunting.
Now you're gonna.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, Vichi.
Okay.
In each of the 3 scoring categories, with the scoring tiles in the final scoring area from left to right.
Oh, okay. So
Looks like
brown,
1 bump on brown,
1 on orange,
1 on orange,
And the
person is a procreate.
yes.
All right. So procreating, we need a free encampment.
Not the mountain, but the other three.
Okay.
The bones shall be rolled.
Forest.
Okay, easy enough.
And we choose empty over
Yes.
bumps.
Okay,
All right.
done.
Yep.
All right. So sustenance, I think, is the right answer now. So the sustenance is going to require a 4-2. Well, that is a 2. Sorry, that was a 2. And that 3 with our penultimate idea becomes a 4. So sustenance. +1 on the hunt, and every time before you hunt, you may migrate to an adjacent foreign territory. Foreign meaning somewhere that one isn't. Right?
Okay.
One of your strong
Or it
tribes.
means where you're not. I don't know. But either way, it's
So we haven't talked about hunting a whole lot yet, but hunting furthest to the left is a better hunting ground. So starting off in the forest, we're probably going to stay there.
right. So you would have to. You migrate from where you're hunting?
No, anywhere. Anyone. But then we can't hunt there if we migrate from the forest
Right. But you could migrate from the jade.
to somewhere else.
But
Because
it's not gonna be
honestly, we
better.
don't need, well, we do need a jade, don't we?
Yes.
But we're in the
And
mountain
you need a
already and we
stone
can get a jade
as the freebie.
as the freebie
So
next turn.
potentially you could walk, which would give you a free resource.
Yeah, so the question is, looking at our tableau, here are the places we can go. We can go to the swamp. Again, we have no cards left in hand. We have installed all our cards, which is kind of amazing already, to me at least. So we could go to the swamp. We could go to the desert. We could go, I'm looking, can we go to the hills? We can go to the hill. No, we can't.
Right. The other grassland.
Or grassland. So those are the 3 places that we could go to for the things that we could find. So looking at the stuff that we had talked about, peat we need for blue. So peat is in the swamp. Sounds like we're migrating to the swamp. And you know what? We already got a jade there. I think we go ahead and migrate for
Okay.
free. 2 points for yellow for doing that. When we do so, we then flip this over. It's going to become one of whatever it is. Okay, I'm really glad that wasn't peat, honestly. All right, that's tar. So we have some tar available to us.
All right.
Not to be confused with black tar. Never mind. No, not that. So that was the before that we hunt. Now we're actually going to hunt. We're going to hunt in the forest.
So we mark that as used.
Yep. And so now, just nope. Yep. That's a terrible hunt.
That's
I
not
think.
great.
So that is
It's a 2.
a 2, which is really 3 for us.
And it could be a 3 if you wanted to spend your last favor. Because then it could be a 5. So then it would be a 3, which would be 4. Do you have the ability to get
activity.
6 favors again?
Hold on. An activity would be a bump on any one track, which would probably be green, which isn't anything. That is the 3-2. Or the pair of
green
twos,
is what
which
we
is
care about. Yeah.
right. Or we could get a third one here. No, I don't think we use the
So
idea.
if you did that
Mm-hmm.
to get the 3rd there,
Yes.
then at the end of the era you're going to get 2 movements. You could bring them both here and become a smart civilization.
Yes, sir. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Although I really like that hunt.
Yeah, the agile
further.
civilization is better, but you'll get that too.
Yeah. All right. We got 3 food. That was the
2 plus 1.
Yep, done. You're up.
All right. Let's see what we got going on today. 4 is going to be
Statue and
another
a hunt.
statue, and a hunt. Right. So where are we together?
There, but already hunted.
Phew. So I think that means we go for the best where we're alone.
Okay, so looking at that,
Let's
going left to right
double check.
would be grassland, I believe.
Yep. So they'll burn the grass.
And to answer, who is it? Dr. Spangle said, didn't you complete your 2 mutations goal? We did. We just haven't gotten that yet out.
Right,
Because that's an action, which
sequence.
is the planning, which is a 4-3. Which don't really have it to do. Now, what we talked about, we haven't talked about this either, is whenever you wish to use doubles, that creates a feature of the doubles of what it is. So that 2-2 is going to be an intelligence.
And
Plus,
that's points
it's
next.
points next round as well. So, done. That's our action. Vichi, you're up.
Cranking. Ooh, that looks like 4 and 4. That is a reset.
Checks out.
Quick one.
Yep. Okay.
Hope you're getting done what you need to get done.
Well, guess what? We're going to reset. All right. So this is going to into hand. We're going to roll because we're out of dice. Even though we have a 3, 1 die by itself. Can it die? Okay.
Oh, the 4s. That's what you needed for Agile.
For agile?
The hand, the double 4.
Oh.
To get that at the end of the era instead.
Yeah. So we have 3 food. We currently have...
And
We only need 1 food.
Is the income before feeding or after?
The income
Like...
is the last
get-
after feeding. After feeding.
All right, so we won't get it.
No, for this
But
round.
2 rounds.
The fact that we only need 1 food currently, because we have that one paid for and that one paid for, we need 1. I think we have enough, even if we procreate.
Yeah.
So that's going to become an idea.
And those are running low.
That's our reset. Done. Vici, you're up.
All right, this is the
Green bump.
Prestige.
Yep. God, he's making it really hard to catch him there.
Yeah, I think this is
I think
gonna
that,
be a problem.
given where that's, I think we punt on that.
Yep. It's too bad.
It
It's a lot
is,
of points,
yeah.
but it'll get the game tight again.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
What?
It's minor, but the weather bonus for being warm is more income. And we really don't need 3 movement. Although I guess 3 movements, you can get any of them. So maybe it's
Oh, no,
okay.
it's only 2. Oh, I get it. It would
every
be
one of
3.
yours
Yeah,
plus
yeah, yeah. I
one
got
more.
it. Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
good
if you
point.
can get another income tile, that's I guess what I was working my way up to say. Give us an
Okay, so an
income
income
choice.
tile is total brain cramp. No. How?
Right, we got it because of that. It's put out settlements.
That's it.
Well,
Which,
that's...
unlikely. I mean, we do have, like, we could transport and then for the income, is it worth it? I don't know that fighting for that.
I think you're right. I think it's.
I think that's no. I mean, it does get a second on the no.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out
So procreating
what it
is
is.
good. Hand might be good, although not if we're going to have 3 movements. Then you already have the 3 you need. You don't
So
need the double
procreate is viable. Migrate, not yet.
4. Any cards?
That's the other thing that I'm wondering about is let's take a look at
Because
those.
the sewer was peat and stone, but favor we're getting pretty high on.
What is it? Webbing? Civilizations that are adjacent to the same water territory are considered to be adjacent to each other. Oh. So basically
Cross the water?
you like that that's adjacent now.
What?
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. That's kind of
I mean, kind of, yeah. But the big one that I really was kind of focused on was that guy.
But what do you need with more bumps?
I mean,
you do have the ability. Maybe you should build two. You should think about how to. You were going to explore.
I mean, we talked about it, but I'm not
it's
saying
three, right? Now that you're in the swamp.
I mean, there's that.
So that's a possibility. Right, but I was thinking, because you have the double build, you could build two statues, but you have to get next to a building ground.
Yeah.
Or
explore, but then that requires resources. That's like a ton of steps.
No, the statues now have resources.
Yeah, it is when you actually build them, depending on their building ground.
Oh, you're right.
So honestly, procreating, still leaning towards that, because it's likely to get two people out.
Yep, and one of them is worth points. If you want to put them in the mountain.
I see no reason not to.
Right, because you probably don't want to weaken them. Although, right, and that's fed. So,
right.
Yeah. I mean, procreating, getting the people is good. And then we've got super migration, so you need more people to start
maximize that. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and procreate. So it's a 5-2. We don't have a 2, but the question is, we need a 1 and we need a 3 for the migration. So you know what? We have a 3 sort of.
Right.
So this 5 and that 3 is going to become a 2 using one of the ideas there. So we roll for procreation to start.
1 to 4.
Yep. Oh, hey, that's a success. All right, cool. So that's 2 babies now. So we will go ahead and put 1 there for 2 points. And the other one will go there. Done. Mm-hmm. That's the action. Vichi, you're up.
All right. This is a roll. See if we can finally do some mutation. No, we do the other one.
Okay, so this is that diamond icon, which is prosperity?
Yes.
Right?
So we just add 1.
All right, so walk folks through why this matters.
Sure. So it goes from 1 to 16, and you fill them in order.
Yep.
It matters for 2 reasons. When we cover the hands, Vichi's going to take an income chip off the board.
Yep.
But it also lets them compete for events that require a majority of things rather than territories.
Not just like these, but also for other things because they don't have a console.
So depending on which event it is, it's different combinations, but the more prosperity, the more Vichi's competing.
Yeah. All right. So now I think we go ahead and migrate.
There is plenty of territory to discover and get free resources, so I like that.
So that's a 3-1. So that's the last of the building the milestones and the 1. And now the question is, what migrates? All right. So there's points to be had everywhere as well as resources. The peat would be great. The reason I wanted the peat was for that blue one. And again, it's a 2nd level one. We can get it. I think it makes sense. So the peat would be in the swamp. Oh, we can't get it. Oh, yeah. We could go from here to there.
It won't be peat.
Why?
Well, I mean, because the peat.
Oh, the peat's already. Oh, I forgot it was already discovered.
But it'll let you find peat. I guess you can already find peat.
Yeah.
So the other
yes
is going to the center desert, gets you next to 2 lakes. So if you get the opportunity to double boat with your double build, you could throw 2 boats out.
That's not a terrible idea.
Building ground.
I like that. All right, let's go ahead and move the 0.1 there. So that'll be 2 points. That was 1 migration. Oh, by the way, we potentially get 3 migrations. So we need to roll a 4 or lower. That is a 4. So therefore
Nice.
we get 3 migrations. So that's 1. Then that becomes whatever that is, which is salt. Okay, done. The next one, you know what? I like being in the mountains. We are already in the mountains there.
Right, and you wanted to stay on the swamp to be able to find peat. This or you wanted peat.
Right.
For the sewer.
The other idea is the stone in the mountains, so don't know, but probably the peat.
So maybe it's the forest guy going into the hills?
Nah, see, I'm thinking into the desert with one of them down
Okay.
because keeping him because he's fed.
But that's also true of the mountain folks.
But moving one of them out of there, 2 of them are still fed. So we have
Yes.
3 food. In doing this,
And it is a
we're still fed.
procreate for points in the future.
Right.
So
So
Yeah.
that's 2 points
Yeah.
for going into the desert.
what'd you find?
My guess is copper. Checks out. That is copper.
Okay.
So that was 2. The third question is, do we leave the forest? Because we only have 3 food currently. Not saying we can't maybe get another food if we reset. You know
Right.
what? I like that idea.
So in swamp or hills, just be everywhere.
I mean, I like the idea of being everywhere. But the only thing, I hate the idea of not making use of the farms, right?
Yes. Right, that's just a food you left. But you only are going to need 1, 2.
I mean, is there
no,
a
it
reason
is
we
4.
don't want to just move him down?
Is he allowed to move?
That's
twice?
a separate.
It's not.
No,
moved
you're
to-
right. No, you're right. You're right. You can't. I think we move out of the forest.
Then you're short of food.
Yeah, we'll be able to when we reset. Because I have a feeling we're going to reset again because we only had 3 dice.
Okay.
Yep. So we move that there 2 points. That will become whatever that is. That is a clay. And that is our migration done. Vichi, you're up.
All right. This era's scoring category twice.
Green.
Loving the green. See you later.
All right. Well, that's a sunk cost at this point.
Right.
So the question I have now is,
That's a lot of points.
do we, I mean, it's next round, and go ahead and get a dexterity here?
Well, remember, you're going to get 3 incomes. So you can move those
But
3
you
anywhere.
can't claim it unless it's on your turn, so we can't do it until next turn. So I think having a 1-up on it, because I don't, otherwise there's nothing to do with these dice. Then we reset now.
Well, it's also true that when you take one of these, you're going to lose 1.
Right.
And they're about to be worth 3 points each.
So there is 2 4s. Done. Vici.
Oh, is that a reset? That is a reset.
Ooh.
Wow, Vici has been resetting up a storm.
Well, that's the end of the round for us because we have to reset. So this.
Ooh, yes, all the plannings are gone.
So
And you
let's
needed the
see.
food.
I think we keep the 4 and we'll just.
Oh,
We
gonna do some card work. I
yeah,
think.
clearly
Ooh.
some card EO. Okay.
Wow.
Or building because 6-4.
Oh.
So I mean, there's
And
that.
the
That wasn't
boat-
bad.
And the boats.
And that became our food, and that worked
Yeah,
out.
I think that's
So
fine.
we're the first player, so Vici still takes a turn.
Alrighty. 2
It's a bump and a white die. Orange bump and a white die.
orange bump, white die.
All right. So here we go. We still have not found any of those because nobody's bothered exploring right now. Feed and heat your peeps. So this one is offset of food there. We need theoretically need to. 1, 2, 3, 4 food. Oh, hey, would you look at that? Let's go ahead and feed them all. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for 5 strong tribes. Sir.
All right. So free provision, fewest
Mountain.
Yeah. So there's no choice there.
So one feeds, one feeds, one feeds, both feed.
Yes.
Good. And he has 5 points. Done. Now we do the event. So first off, getting warmer. Whoop. We get an income. 1 income. So the question is, which one is more important? You know what? I kind of like the dexterity one.
The
Hunt.
Yeah.
So that is our free
And I mean,
income.
you're going to have the boats. So like a free
Food for a fish.
food for days.
Yes. So that was this. Vici doesn't do that. The event, though, Civilization, clearly Vici is kicking butt. They score 6 points for that. 3, he is Groot. All right, so that's done. Okay. So that's the event. Now we do the scoring category, and this is where it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
That's 24.
Yeesh.
1, 2, 67. Somebody's closer.
And 0 for us.
Sad.
I said, I'm on Team Vici. I can't lose.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Vici's first on that. Get all your incomes. Hey, get 2 of these. So there's 1.
So what do you want to tackle next?
I like the fate. No.
Smart makes the things cheaper,
Yeah.
which is kind of
Level
nice.
3. It's stage 3.
Yeah. Well, then it's already a brain, but that's all right. You don't have to take the income.
No, that's it. That's it for the incomes. Statues. There are 4. Still only 1 point each at least.
Vici, you
So,
got to work on your
There's
favor.
4. Seriously.
Just leaving points on the table.
Clear the hunts, and I will reset the resets, and into round 3. So what do y'all think at home? And if you're enjoying it, like and subscribe.
And round
channel.
3, Vici's kicking it up a notch.
Yeah, he is. He's like, oh.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, new cards out there, sir. And we have a new event. It's getting a little chillier. It's getting down 1. This is called Leap in Evolution. The civilization that has the highest total of resources
That
on their
sounds
board.
Like,
Yep. May take up to 3 of those and place them as any feature,
ooh.
which happens to be the score. I swear to God, this isn't seated this way.
What number
This
is
was
that?
pure. F19.
So that is B plus C plus D. So currently only 2, but likely to become 3.
3. So we need resources on our board. Okay.
So
All
we
right.
gotta have at least 4.
Okay. And only applies if the civilization is the sole majority. That's awesome, though. That's kind of cool.
That is nice.
All right.
All right, you should zoom over to those cards and take a look. 'Cause
Okay.
I just flipped them out without even thinking.
All right. So what do we got? We got a microscope.
Yeah.
All right. Couple expressiveness. Your tribes on encampments in the swamp territories are never weakened. For a frog tongue. All right. And then the other 3 are philosophy. So green and orange.
Missed the green.
Yeah. Okay. Residents. Wood and peat.
Ignore any negative effects of the weather. And glaciers.
Okay. And cooking. Stand up any 3 weakened tribes. Score 3 points.
Ooh,
I mean,
that's not
those are
nothing.
less exciting than they were last round, though.
You were doing a good job feeding,
Yeah.
and we're not doing a lot of bumping.
No.
So nobody's weak.
Yeah.
But it is 3 points.
There is
also.
that. All right. Looking at the goal tiles, I mean the stone, or the two. I think
You don't
the
get
stone.
to pick first.
We don't.
A
Vici.
4 will make you sad.
Yes. So anything but a 4. So thinking of a 2. Okay, 3. Mushroom Valley. I'm okay with that. And we'll take the stone. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
and
we got
refill.
some work to do there.
Yeah, I mean, we can do all 3 of them. Just need to harvest.
All right, how about some vision?
I mean, sure.
And double desert. 2 deserts.
Okay. All right.
All of that is doable.
All right, extra find. So now, stone, jade, or...
There was something, but it's gone now. I think it was Pete.
It was Pete, yeah.
But Pete's gone. And none of these seem super great. So I think it's... You're not in the jade anymore. So I think it's jade because but there is jade out there.
Yeah, see, so
you need to transport them in.
Right.
So what's the new place we're in? So if we wanted to get cooking, could pick up some salt, although we have salt also to transport. And we want to transport this round because that's competing.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Wow, free find is...
So the question is trying to get, these clearly. So the
Yes.
transport. So we're going to be doing a lot of 4-3, a lot of planning. Orange, purple, or blue? Blue
the purple...
requires salt and herbs, and we don't have herbs. We're not in the plains, so we can't do that.
Okay.
The wood, we already have plenty of wood out there.
I mean, it might get hot for the residents. We don't know. It'd be nice not to lose a person to the heat.
We're dropping down back to mild.
So yeah, we're not worried about extreme weather.
Honestly,
I don't love any of
these
them.
are super exciting. Updating the orange.
Although we can draw blind, but then of course you don't know what you need.
Yeah.
Right, and it's what? Take 2, look at 2 and take 1.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
probably something that's worth something.
Papyrus and a wood. Being able to upgrade the transport, which is purple or brown. That transports 6. So upgrading the brown,
You need
which
4 bumps on brown.
4. Ouch.
Yeah. It is worth double at the end.
Okay. See, I was thinking about that. That's 1 bump.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really worth it. The other thing is a gold tile. So maybe we just go short term and just grab one of the gold tiles and then get the transport and get a whole bunch of resources onto our board.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and take the jade.
But it's free. It's not.
You are correct. That will stay there. And we will... if we're... Okay.
Yeah,
that was the whole
but
point,
it's fine.
right?
Jade is worth money. It's good.
Is there anything we have out there that will need stone? No. There's a stone there. There's a jade there, which those are already out. Right, so we're back to the same. We'll
Jade
just
is
screw it.
worth
Jade done.
Yeah.
All right, go. Vici.
Oh. Starting it off with the next era's.
It really seems like it, Jonathan.
Now we're in the red. Got to remember.
Switch sides.
Yes.
There we go. All right, what do we got? Next era scoring.
Twice and 3 points.
So, okay, that is the mutation.
Next. So.
Sorry, blue.
Construction.
So 1 bump.
2 bumps.
Good Lord, 2 bumps. And 3 points. Ouch. Okay. All right. Our turn. So, 4-3.
What was going to get planning upgraded?
Oh,
claiming it.
Hold on. Pause. First things first. We have 3 dexterity. It's on our turn. As a bonus action, we can just take that. So, it's 3 dexterity, but you spend 1, and at the start of every feeding phase, we get a free hunt. So, that loses a dexterity.
And you have to start a new column with that.
Right. So, it's either going to go there, or it's going to go there. Let's go ahead and throw it right there. Done.
And this replaces?
It does, immediately.
Tenacious D. No, Tenacious Civilization.
Okay. What do we got?
4 hearts.
Yes.
to be unaffected by the Grimwolves, the Glaciers, and the negative. It's just better than...
Okay. All right. Well, there's not a lot of
it's better than
exploring
the
going
residents.
on. So that was our bonus action. But now we're going to do planning, which is 4-3. Oh, God. How do we have no ideas?
It's time to get 6 ideas.
We can't.
Oh. Wow.
You know what we can do, though? We can build, at least. Wow. That was... Wait for it. Poor planning. Not allowed to complain about rolls, though, if you don't have ideas. It's the house rule.
So you could double boat, which gives more resources to transport when the time comes.
Not only that, it gives better sustenance.
For the free hunt that now we have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we want to get into the
all right,
water.
6-4 is going to be a double building. The building is going to be 2 boats. Boats. The only down. Oh yeah, no, this works. You can place boats, and then you can immediately place a tribe on the boats. So we're going to build one there, and we're going to build one there. It comes with a resource. The resource is whatever is adjacent that's been discovered. And we are going to go ahead and move that onto that there boat. It's harder to see when they're actually on there. And we're going to go that one onto that boat as well.
Okay.
Because now they can fish.
Mm-hmm.
Done. That's our turn.
I like it.
Vici.
All right. We are not resetting. So we are rolling. A 2 for one of the... Oh, no, we're on this one now.
We are.
One of these.
And 3 points.
Yes.
Good.
It's hard to switch sides.
Oh.
So next is almost guaranteed to be a reset, but...
So we can't reset because we have 4 dice.
Okay.
So 6-4 is a double building, which we cannot do. We could build a single farm, which does get us an idea, by the way.
What are the... Now we can double build the statues. So what do we need to build statues?
Both of those, the jade and the copper.
Well, that seems kind of...
Also, hold on, before we do that,
Does that
if
get
we
you
were to build the
ideas?
building, though, it would give us the
It
idea.
gives you bumps. 2 bumps would give you an income, which doesn't help. 2 bumps could give a flip of either green or orange. What was the one we wanted to flip? That one. That's too bad.
I still like that idea. Let's go ahead.
2 bumps on blue gets you a blue flip. Not that that is something we care about. Yeah. No, I don't like building 1 when you can do 2. And
so
that's 8 points. No,
yeah, sure.
6 points, but still.
Double building is going to be 2 statues. The statues are, you have to have access to it. We have access to it because we now have a boat. We're going to get bumps, but the cost to do this is whatever the building ground is. The building ground says a jade and a copper. We happen to have a jade and a copper. Look at that forethought. Those immediately become building grounds. And in addition to that, each player, human player, is only allowed 2 statues or a statue and a settlement per building ground. So we're capped. Vici is not.
Exploring, yeah.
But at least there's that. Now we get 2 bumps of our choice.
Right. So the construction is going to score, and 2 bumps does give a flip. So blue is an option. Brown is going to give an income, which we don't care. Oh, but it gives us a favor, which is 2 more points.
Because of the statues.
Yep. So brown, and it's endgame points. Brown's not crazy. Blue's not crazy.
Blue's only 2 points. To be clear, it's 2 points. Brown is 2 points. So those are a wash. So we don't need to fight for that one, per se. You know what I mean?
Right. And so then probably
So
the
what is the
brown-
better thing? Plus Brown's getting us closer to flipping transport.
Yes, and
I
its
like it.
favorite.
I like both bumps on Brown. I like that.
Okay.
Now the question is the income, which is that or that again, right? Which I don't think that's super useful.
No. I mean, it's
So-
nice to get towards 3 brains, but
That just is nice.
yeah.
Good. And then, because it's scoring 3 points at the end of the round, maybe a vision? We'll figure that out. Or a reset. But Vici, go for it.
I seem to be out of cards.
Oh, you are. So
Should have noticed
time to
that.
shuffle. That's all right. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying
And
this.
for a reset. Well, one of the things that I like about this game is that, the dice really do, this isn't what we wanted to do with this turn. But there's always good stuff to do.
Yeah, and we talked about in the patron-only discussion in the multiplayer, we talked about where do you draw that line between doing what the dice tell you to do and what you feel like you should / need to
It's
do.
a reset.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an interesting tension.
So, do we get the 4th one? Because then we're going to be able to move 2
Yeah.
at the end of the round, which then, I mean, it's potentially 7 points. Potentially. Or do we just forego it? That's the only question.
Right. So the advantage of holding on to the 6s and resetting is those 6s are needed for
The insight,
which.
but really that's it.
Well, we do need an insight. I think you keep the 6s.
You think we reset?
Yeah.
Keep them both or just one?
50-50. I follow you hard on that one.
I think we just keep one.
Okay.
So, gonna reset. So that goes in hand.
Okay, right back. With a friend. But hey, you got a favor.
And that's not going to be a food. That's going to be an idea. All right, done. Vici. Yeah, I did move that. All right, cool.
All right, the 4th era category.
Blue.
One
Once.
bump and 3 points.
Good God. What's the goal of this game again?
Points.
Okay.
Yeah, time to get some points. But you're very spread, which is good. And you're set up to procreate, which is good.
Well, first things first, insight. Let's go ahead and get 6 ideas.
Yeah.
Vici, you're up. Go.
All right, that is a roll. With a 1, it's going to be a procreate.
And 3 points.
And 3 points. Yes.
Okay.
So we want a free encampment. Free. That's
Free. So
all
there are 4. It doesn't matter as far as the most. It's just a free encampment, right?
There is at least one on the short. No, that's the migration. Let's see what the logo rules say, just to be sure. At least one tribe and at least one encampment.
Okay. So four possibilities.
We're liking a 6, which is the desert.
And nobody,
How
so
about the
clockwise. Forest checks out. And
A point.
a point.
And that's fed, too. Good job.
Okay. So now that we have a million ideas, planning was the big plan to then be able to upgrade transport. So we need a 4-3 on planning, which is going to be a 5-3.
To start getting the goals, yep.
That is there. That's done. This is spent.
Oh, no. We ate the jade.
We have the 2 green.
Thank goodness.
The 2 green will then flip over and go there. That's going to be 3 points. And oh, hey, look at that. The transport now
glorious.
flips.
Glorious.
That was close. All right. Vici. I'm glad to hear that, Jonathan. Well, there you go.
A 3 is going to be a procreate, a migrate, and a provision.
Wow. Okay, procreate. We just did it. It's not going to be there. So it's these three. Roll. Oh, that was... Let you enjoy that. There you go. So that's a 1.
Forest. We did the forest already. So swamp, no.
Yes. Swamp is yes.
All right. And so the thing we're supposed to check is if
After procreating.
it's all full.
Right.
Everywhere Vici is
By themselves.
is full.
So that's full. That's full. That's not. That's not. So
Right.
now they just do a migrate.
All right. And migrating. They want to have 2 tribes.
Okay. So that's here and that's here.
So we will roll that off.
Swamp or forest.
Forest.
Okay. So forest is moving.
Okay. And we want to move from the fire. So that one is going to move.
Yes. So this one is moving from the forest, moving somewhere they're not. So desert or hills or swamp.
Desert, hills, or swamp.
Yes. That
How
is
about
forest, which is swamp. Swamp will want to go there, which is 2 points.
And they discover it, but don't get it.
And that is a coal. And finally,
Provision. So where do we have the least provisions?
In
We
the
have
swamp.
0, so it gets a provision.
there we go. He's done.
Yeah, not too bad.
Nope.
A lot of stuff, but pretty straightforward.
So now that we got the insight done over here, now I'm inclined to go ahead and do this.
Right. You want to transport, which is going to set you up for massive stuff, but you're going to have to reset to get there, so why not?
Done. Plus is another 3 points. Vici.
That is looking like a reset.
Checks out. And so is ours. Okay. So obviously rolling all our dice, taking that into hand. I would, okay, if we're asking, I would like a 5-1 and a 4-3.
Okay.
So 1, 3, 4, 5. Close.
Yeah.
So 1, couple of 2s, couple of 4s, and a 5.
I think you got what you wanted.
Yeah, mostly. And that is going to become...
Yeah. You don't need food because you're going to get a free, you're going to get at least...
We're going to get 6 food. So that's going to be an idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Vici. Four.
4. Oh, we're exploring. Oh my gosh, something new.
And a favor. Okay. So looking at the map, which would flip the most tiles?
Correct. So that is 3 up in the swamp.
2. So this swamp is touching that one and that. Oh, I apologize. That one
No. Forest is only 2.
is only 2, so not that one.
Grass is only 2. That is only 2. That is only 2.
So it sounds like those 3. So Vici gets points based on the exploration on the tiles. So here we go.
All right, that is
Building site.
1 point. Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
But you needed another building site.
That wouldn't got his point. Okay.
Mystic Oak.
All right. So that's going to score points for people that are adjacent to that. So like in our water, in the swamp. So, okay. And how many points was that? 1? The better the tile, the less the points.
A volcano.
So that's like 4 points.
That's 4 points.
Yep. All right. That
So
would
now-
destroy.
Right, this can't be, but I don't think the volcano interacts with the provisions.
It doesn't. Not at all. So, all right. So he got his points for exploring,
Yes.
and he got his Agera. So, done.
Oh,
All right.
a lot of points Vici's sitting on.
We are going to transport with a 5-1. We get to pull 6 resources off.
Stone. Jade. I think you probably want a papyrus because it can be any settlement. You might want to be building a
A
settlement.
wood is 4.
So that is a possible settlement.
Clay, tar, or wood, or copper. I think I'll take the copper.
Yep.
That's 5. So that's a settlement. And if we only have 1 papyrus, that would be 2 settlements.
This could be another papyrus. The boat.
Because it's adjacent to this. Yes, this is a papyrus. Good call. That's 6.
But to build 2 settlements, you need 2 building grounds to be adjacent to, because they can only hold 1 each.
That is also a good point. We are not adjacent to that building ground, but just it's there.
It's
So that's
there. We
fine.
need to find another one, and they get adjacent to both of them. It's doable.
Yeah,
It's doable.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. Because
it.
did we need coal for anything?
We hate these buildings.
I mean, that's a brown bump. Well, we already got the transport, so we're good there. No, I think we're good. Let's call it good. Done. Vici, you're up.
Well, 1 is...
Statue in a Nagara.
Oh, man, that's a lot of points all of a sudden.
He's doubled his point value there.
Woof.
Okay. Well, 4-2 is a 4-3 with one of those. That's a planning. We'll go ahead and spend the jade. That completes this. That gets there. Flip something.
Sustenance is less important now.
Correct. I'm glad we never flipped that,
Yep.
honestly.
Do we have anything
Honestly,
else at a
we
2?
okay. So I would like.
Procreate? To get to level 3.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Done. Let's just call that good. All right, go ahead, Vici. You're up. Hold on. The level 3 procreate gives us 2 for sure, and then the standing up a weekend. I don't know how important that is
That's a little
because
less
our
important.
Agara's already at 5.
Yeah.
I don't think that's as important.
Okay. I agree.
The other question is, no. The one thing I'm wondering, I would like.
What about the building? Because then they don't have to be the same, and we could do 1 farm and 1 settlement.
Or a statue in a settlement.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. Does it do anything else other than just let you do? It makes installing blue cards better.
yeah, but I really would like to get
Yeah.
those because if we get anything more than that 1,
Mm-hmm.
plus we're going to get a second attribute chip,
Mm-hmm.
and turning that on. I mean, that's potentially like
So
14
remind me what
points,
the other ways are. It's all 4 settlements.
which isn't happening.
It's all of stage 2.
2, and it's that level right there.
Ooh. Well, it's too bad.
only
that
need
the
one of them.
closest is.
So, those 3.
Yep.
The question is, how realistic is it to be able to do those? I mean, the orange card we can do pretty easily, but it's going to be a new orange card. So the question is, do we upgrade this to be able to go digging for other cards?
What's the upgrade?
The upgrade is from 1, and you go digging for 4 cards.
Ooh, I
You
like
only
that.
keep 1.
I like that.
All right, let's do it. Let's just not overthink it and call it good. Done. Vici. Funny. Vici, you're up.
Oh, right. I knew what this was. All right. This scoring category.
Is the mutation.
So that's going to happen twice.
So evolution, 2 evos go out.
2.
And then 3
3
points. Up to 95. Oof. Okay. So we have a 4 and a 2 currently. That could be a 5 and a 2, which is a procreate.
It needs to be done at some point. So if you got the dice for it, and we don't have the dice for research, right?
We do not. So, yep, sounds like 5-2, which is procreate. So there, 4-2, which is a 5-2. Procreate, that's 2. Try that again. That's a 4. It needs to be a 5 or lower, so that succeeded. 2 babies.
So you can go on the boats. So the boats aren't going to give you points. We have swamp points. We have mountain points.
The key is being able to
Mountain
spread
is
out.
fed,
And the forest.
and then you can.
You know what?
You can't go to the forest. You're not in there.
We are not there. You are correct.
But the mountains are next door to it.
That is 2 points.
Yes. And I think the other mountain.
The only problem is, because we're not in the forest.
Right.
Sure. Yep.
We'll
2.
hop over.
Yeah, and we can hop over. That makes sense. Done. All right. Vici, you're up. I will say, like, Vici's pretty simple to run.
Very easy to run. Yeah. You could totally actually solo this without any problem.
Yeah.
Loving the green. But
2
it doesn't
green
matter anymore.
and 1 white die.
Oh, hey, that's actual points.
And 3 points. So 3 points and a white die. We are resetting, so his next turn is
Gonna be a reset.
So go ahead
It's a reset.
for him as well.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So here's ours. This is our last action before the end of the round. 3, 4, 5. That was a pretty good roll. I think we have enough ideas, given what we rolled. I think so. I'm a little paranoid. If we migrate, how many people do we have out there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It could be 5 food, which is 6 food, and that's 7.
Okay. Although one of them is fed.
One of them is, or 2 of them are going to be fed. That's going to be an idea. Okay, done. All right, so now our action.
All right.
No, that was
Reset,
last
reset.
turn, right?
Yep.
I think,
Final action.
I mean,
Migrating.
we have enough resources. We're going to win that.
So it seems silly to get 3 points for that. So I don't think we should do that.
Agreed.
So yeah, getting set up next to that building ground, I think, is valuable.
So migrating is option 1. Option 2 is, I think, are any of those cards.
Oh, do we have a
exciting?
need to research? You can just get something exciting, and then you'll have something to free. You'll know what to
Work for.
And you're winning the resource battle. So I don't
But
know
the-
if you remembered that, but you did good.
No, that's what I was talking about. The question is, migrating gets us next to the building grounds.
Yeah, but knowing what you need.
Is probably more
taking a
important.
free
Okay,
resource.
all right, I'll buy that. So
And it was one of those 3 colors.
right, so it's going to be that and that. So 1 of 4. Now you can draw any mix and match of colors that you want. So I see no
2
reason
and
we
2.
don't do
A 1, 1, 1, and
and then a second of something.
Interesting. Sure. I mean, yeah. Who's to say what's going to have what?
I
you
mean,
want?
I feel like we have stone and wood. Those feel like building materials.
And I guess you should take an extra blue because you might want the blue.
So
little
2
bit
blue
more. Yeah.
and a purple and orange, or 2
Yeah.
blue and 2.
No.
All right, let's do it.
So 1, and then purple.
And then we keep 1 of these.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Let's
like
choose together, shall we? All right, let's see. So here are the blues first. We have a hospital, cotton and wood. Okay. Whenever one of your is
Weeks
weakened
become
is
strong.
yeah.
We don't
All
want
right.
to do that. We like staying strong.
Second one is a tar. We have access to tar at least. And a stone gets us a blue, and blue is scoring. And isn't it? Okay, so I'd say
Yep.
that's the leader
That's
in
the
the
kid.
clubhouse.
Yes.
Purple. Whenever one of your tribes is removed from the continent, score 3 points.
You're not going to do that. I'm not killing nobodies
No.
because they're going to score points. We love our
Yeah.
people. Tribes.
When you do a reset and you don't roll a 2, get a food. Yeah. No, I think the blue one.
I think so too.
All right, so the city walls we keep. The others go discarded to the bottom of the deck. We'll keep that there. Oh, I just realized y'all could not see any of that. I have failed you. I'm sorry. Got so excited about the cards. Nope. He's first. So we're done.
Reset.
When it was his turn. That was our last action. So that's it.
Okay.
So No grim wolves, no glacier. However, there is finally a mystic oak. So for every one of those locations that somebody's in, score 1 or 2 points respectively. So this is the mystic oak. Nobody is there. He's going to score 2 points for that and 2 points for that. So 2 each. And hey, he hit 100. So that goes over. Ugh. All right. Next, feed your peeps. Okay, how much food do we need? No food for that.
Well, wait. Don't you get a free...
Oh, I do. A free hunt. And whenever you perform a hunt, gain an additional food. And each time before you perform a hunt, you may migrate to an adjacent foreign territory.
Oh.
There. 1 point. And now we're going to hunt. Don't bother putting it out because we're just going to clear it off. We're going to hunt in the water. So we're looking for a 4. A 4 would be great.
You want to do it over here?
Sure.
Can you get it over there? No, it's off screen. There you go.
So,
6.
Wait, that's a 4. 2 ideas.
Okay.
So that is 6 food.
Yes.
I'm just going to put it right there because we're about to pay for it. All right, so there. Now we need to feed our peeps. Fed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Beautiful.
Don't have to feed them all, but you know what? I like points.
Points is points.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we fed 5. Yeah, that's right. So 7 points. 4, 7. Done.
Nice.
All right.
All right. We got a free provisioning over here in Vichi land. We have 4 of them that all have 1 provision. So we're going to find out.
Is it?
And the most people.
Yeah, so it's this one automatically.
I believe so. Double checking. And the most.
Yep.
And
So that
blocks
covers-
the farm.
That's okay. We weren't building there anyways. So they are completely fed.
Yes.
Fed.
Yes.
Fed.
Yes.
Completely fed. Fed.
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ugh. Vichi.
Gained no points on them there. Yeah. All right. So now the weather moves. It drops 1. We get an income or a bump.
I mean a slide. Right. You get a slide or a bump.
Right. I'm looking over there.
1 bump isn't doing anything, but blue, 1 bump now and 1 bump later does something. So bumping blue isn't crazy. You're already going to get to move 2 things for the income round at the end. So yeah, I think you bump blue.
Sure, go with it. So that'll cost us the money. Okay. And now we do the event. The event says the civilization has the highest total of supplies, and that is 2.
B and C is 2.
It was B, C, and D, right? Yeah. So 2 there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we get to move 3 of those and place them as any features.
No, we do not.
3 of them.
Wow.
So we're keeping the copper, we're keeping a wood and a papyrus, and we're keeping a stone. So that's an oil and a papyrus for sure. And there's already a wood out there, so I'll take the wood. Because that's a statue.
On the new one, yep.
Yeah. So these 3 are going to become...
Right. You want to zoom in on them?
Yeah.
So the first one, stubborn. When you roll your fate dice, re-roll them.
I don't think we need that at this point.
Agreed. The next one, unaffected by grim walls, glaciers, and negative effects of the weather.
Whatever.
But this one, smart civilization, stage 3 costs stage 2, stage 4 costs stage 3.
Sounds like 2 brains. There. And you know what? We could get a third one of those. But the thing...
2?
Well, yeah, which you're allowed to do. The only question is, we don't know what's coming out.
Right.
So, you know what? I'm going to say, because we haven't seen a vision, I'm going to put it over there on vision.
I like it.
Okay,
Yeah,
done.
the vision of vision.
Right?
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the event. This era's scoring. We now get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 21 points.
That's better.
1 and 94. And we established
2.
no, actually it's over here on that one.
Oh, you're right. So 4.
So there are it's 1 for each of those, correct?
Yes.
So 4 of that. So 4 times 3 is 12. That's 3, 10, and back 1. That's done. We scored more. We're first. Okay, and now we get our income. So now we don't need dexterity. So I'm thinking we move both of those division.
And
hope.
To be ready.
You know, because
Yeah.
why not? Now we score statues. We have 2 statues at 4 points apiece. That's 8 for us.
All right. 1 and 7. Oh.
Yay, we're on the board. All right, and now he's scoring 2 points apiece. That's 10. It's all right, we gained on him. Right? No, 8. No, we didn't. Never mind. I'm an idiot. The hunt clears, and we reset the resets. Last round. Here we go.
Oh boy, this is gonna be hard. I think we've got a lot of endgame points,
I hope so.
and Vici has no console, so like
Right.
all of this. So yeah,
New event first.
We're still in it.
Oops.
We're still in it.
Here we go. New event is it's getting cooler. All right, brainwave. The civilization that leads on orange.
Pretty tight.
It's close. He has a lead of 2 currently. Okay.
And that is an endgame extra points.
Gains the top face-up insight card from the research display and installs it immediately for free. It only applies if the civilization. So the top orange card. Oh God, that's the wrong thing. How did? There it goes. There it goes. That one. So, all right. Okay. New cards, sir.
All right, paper.
What do we got? We need papyrus. A couple of orange. All of a
Color
sudden.
change.
Okay.
Mineralogy. Ooh, that's an orange bumper. Monastery. And music. So yeah, the orange bumper's not crazy.
Okay.
Since that's
That top one, we need.
oh, that's an
we
orange
need-
bumper also.
Yeah, we need 2.
And you
no,
need
we
both
don't.
of
We
those.
don't need brown. Actually.
No, but you need orange, and there's an orange.
So orange and blue potentially. Okay. All right.
No purple.
Well, I'm saying we have those 2 then potentially, right?
Right. How do
Okay.
you get the income? You build a settlement,
Yeah.
and that takes care of purple.
That also would take care of purple. All right, new goals. So what do we got over there? 2 blue and 2 vision. You know what? We got 2 vision. Let's do the vision
You got vision for days.
and see if he. No.
Not interested.
Okay. And what came out?
Stamina.
All right. Don't have that. All right. So extra find. The big thing to me is tar, because we have that.
Right. We can get salt for mineralogy. We don't have 2 papyrus. We only have 1. Oh, we're not doing the brown.
Yeah. So it's the orange.
So do we have what we need for the city walls?
No, because we have the stone, but we need the tar. Now the tar is out there. We have access to it.
So
The
that's just a
other
transport
thing to
away.
keep in mind is
What do we need to build a
statues.
settlement?
Statues is jade or copper.
So we have that.
1. Do we need the settlement? Like, why do we? Oh, for the income.
which is wild, and to have something other than. I mean, I guess you would get focus.
Stone or wood. Oh, everything we need is already out there. We just need to transport.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I suppose you could just take an extra stone, so you have one for that and one for that.
Checks out. There we go. Done. And yeah.
There isn't stone
Okay.
out at the moment.
There we go. There's the extra. Oh, we are in the mountains, so we're good. All right. Action phase. First things first. We currently have 3 brains. So let's go ahead and do that. So now every stage 3 only needs the first 2. Yada, yada, yada. That will go
We're working on 2s. But maybe,
there.
Maybe
And now that loses a brain. And what do we got? What came out?
Vision. 4 vision. Whenever you install a gold chip, get 2 focus.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and complete that as well.
Oh, you saw the future.
And that loses it. Now, it's just process of elimination. Like, it could have been, there are duplicates of other, like, there are multiple.
It could have been the hand.
It could have been the dexterity. Yeah. So I just run well, I guess.
Oh, glorious.
And what was the one that came out?
Whenever you do a reset, you may turn 1 to a side of your choice.
Yeah, okay. Not terrible.
But 2 wilds, 2 focus.
Whenever you install a gold chip.
Which, oh, by the way, is about to happen. At least once.
At least once.
Because you still have the vision.
So, we don't have a 1, but we do have a 4-3. So let's just go ahead and do that. So the 4-3 is going to be the planning. We have the 2 vision. That will go there. Because we just installed that, we get 2 wilds, which are the focus, because of the methodical civilization. And we get to flip any one thing. So let me see what the upgraded transport is. Transport everything.
And the boats?
And the boats can be
wilds.
anything that you want it to be. We don't need it.
Right, we only have 6 out there. The building, so that they can be not the same thing. So we can do a settlement.
So,
and,
done. There we go. Vichi's turn.
Statue.
Yeah, it really has, Jonathan. It really has.
6 is 2 of these.
2 purple and a
provision. So that is a choice of
there,
3.
there, or there. 6 is a desert. No desert. Next one.
Forest. That's not one.
No.
Of them. Swamp.
Swamp is up there, and that blocks that off. All right. So we have a 5-2, which is a procreate. Not a terrible idea.
People are scoring well at the end of the game. So blue, we want to be working towards the city walls.
Which is a transport. Now, here's the thing. We have 5-2, which is a procreate.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could turn it into a transport and just get everything in.
Yeah, I think we want to stay on... Like, you need to get this flipped.
I mean, it's only 7 points this moment. Potentially 14. Potentially more if we get a third thing. But, oh, no. And that... No, we need to stay on target.
And you could put the green up there for just 2 synapses.
That's true. So that 5-2 will become a 5-1 with that.
It's good to just get it done.
I agree.
Do what you know you need to do.
All right. That's a wood.
1.
A clay.
2.
Tar.
3.
A salt.
4.
And the only last thing is this, which can be a clay, a salt, or a coal.
We don't have any coal. It's the cheaper one, but we don't have it.
Is there a reason?
Settlements don't care about
any of that.
Any of those.
I don't. We'll just take the coal.
For diversity.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's as reasonable as anything.
Okay, so that was our transport. Vichi.
All right, for each of the 3 endgame scorings. So 1 brown bump.
An orange bump. And a procreate and 3 points.
And a procreate, which is where we have empty spaces.
There, and there.
1 is a forest, no good. A 2 is a swamp.
And swamp is right there.
A hand that's fed. Good job, Vichi.
He thought it made sense. All right, we're resetting. Even though we have the focus, we'll save those till we need to use them. So that into hand. Two, three, 5, and a bunch of 6s. And the blue card is 6-4. That's okay. We'll manage that. And this, you know what? I think we will procreate at some point, so that's going to become a food. All right, Vichi shuffling.
Shuffling.
Every day.
That is not a reset. The next one probably is. The 3 is...
Blue bump and 3 points. Done.
Okay.
Want to get this installed. To install it, it requires a 6-4. And you know what? I think we use the focus. My thinking here is that's a procreation. And that's a migration. Like, I think so.
Okay. Rather than burning up.
The because
yeah,
it takes from the middle, and we already have the middle stuff.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 6-4. So installing the blue card's got to go over here to the right side. So do we have everything? I'm fairly certain we do. We need a tar and a stone. So that is a tar and a stone. That gets us a blue bump.
That's going to get you a blue flip.
Okay. And then that gets tucked. And then we have a second insight. So instead of spending coins for bump of any, we just straight up get a blue bump, which is the one that's scoring now. Nice. And a blue flip. So any of those, level 2, no.
Exploration?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, it could be. This is 4.
Whoa, flip. Hold on. The other thing.
Plus another 1. Exploration.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do it. Done. Okay. Vichi.
Oh, it's not a reset. Sneaky robot.
This air scoring category times 2 blue bumps and 3 points.
And 3 points for crossing the line from the blue bumps.
141. Okay. So we were going to complete this. No, what was the income? Oh, it was the build. The double build. Because we're adjacent. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So the double build is going to... Once again, use the focus. Maybe this is a bad idea, but we'll see. So the 6-4. No, you know what?
It's a bad idea, yeah.
Yeah. We'll use the 3 to become a 4 with the idea. So now we're going to do 2 buildings, and they can be different. So that is going to be the leftmost settlement. Doesn't have to be, but it's going to be. So it's going to be a papyrus and a wood. When you build a settlement, it has to go onto a building site. You get an income chip. And then also out here, which we're building that bad boy right there, it requires a copper for a statue. So we'll go ahead and build that as well there. So now we get the income chip. The income chip.
It's probably the focus.
Yeah, I think so. Which when that happens, you immediately trigger it. And we were talking about, so the orange and purple.
Right, so which one?
Expressiveness, or the orange gets us 2 bumps.
You have the salt.
And that's a salt and 2
that's a
brains.
bump that
And we have that.
matters.
So that is going on to purple. There we go.
All right, and it's replaced with procreation.
Okay. All right, Vici, up.
This has got to be a reset, and it is. Reset.
Okay. All right, we need the orange card. So that is going to be a 2-1 right here. With that, turning that 6 in. You can grab any one face-up card. We will grab Mineralogy. Done. Vici.
Two is a brown bump and 3 points.
3. Done. So we have a 5. Do we use it? Because we have a couple of focus.
Mm-hmm. You can procreate.
Yep.
Which isn't terrible. Maybe we should have been upgrading production because now we've drained the world, but I guess.
But we don't need it now,
We
so
have
no.
what we need.
This is the important thing.
So you need this. You have the stone. And that'll get you a focus.
I think the procreate is the thing that makes the most sense. So I think we use that as a 2.
Okay.
That as a 5. So that's 2 procreate. Well, 1 for sure, and then that's a 1. That's a success. So that's 2 procreate.
So 2. No, you're not in the mountains. 2 points in that mountain. And it's fed.
That makes sense. So let's go there and one of the boats.
Maybe this one because you're going to explore. And then you'll have more people around whatever happens.
And 2 points for yellow. Done. That's the procreate. Done. Vici.
Ooh, might be explore. It's not.
Nope. Statue and a Nagara, which is another 6 points that got him.
That's a lot of points.
That was gross. All right, we're resetting, obviously. So this into hand. How many people do we have on the board right now? Total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it looks like.
And
9.
a max, so we need probably 7 food. So we need to play 6-3.
No, you're good.
Yeah, that's going to be an idea. Okay, done. All right, Vici.
I already flipped it. Next era is Scat and Core. 4th era, 7 points.
Instead, just straight up 7 points.
Just 7 points.
What a cheater. 6, 7. This is going to be really sus. All right, most important thing is that.
Right. Do you have it?
We do.
Okay.
Sort of. No, we're going to use the focus. So that's going to be a 6-3 right there because it's going to be, and I don't want to use those. I want to keep, so there. Right. So 6-3 is going to be, yep, install that. We have the 2 brains and we have the salt. So that comes off. So this is going to get us 2 bumps on orange.
Which is an orange flip.
We'll get to that in a minute. And then, hey, extra points in that row. I mean, every little bit helps. But more importantly, that sure looks like
Stage 2.
Stage 2 complete, which means we now get to flip per that. We get to flip to its active side.
Which is 14 points.
Currently, and then it's going to be more.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think so. All right, Vici.
Oh, yeah. That is a reset on the button.
It is. Wow. Okay. One reset left. So we're probably not going to reset. So getting this installed is 7 points. Migrating is also super important.
Right, that's 2 points per migration.
Plus points
Plus
for going
2
to new
points.
locations.
So that's probably 8 points.
I think we're going to migrate.
Yeah, so that's probably 8 points. But 7 points. And it's a focus. No, it's 2 focus. You have dice for days.
The problem we're going to run into is we're going to be 1 short.
Even with the 2 focus.
So, take a look at our board over here.
Mm-hmm.
We need a 4-3 and a 3-1. So, those are on the button, and now we need 2 3s. 1 2, nope. 1 2, nope.
But I mean, were you counting that you're going to get 2 3s right there when you claim the stone?
No, I totally forgot that. Let's do that. So 4-3, that will be priority 1 there. I totally forgot that. So that, thank you. Now completes that for the stone. 7 points there. It's going to be 2 focus. That was the big deal.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Done. And now we get to flip something.
Right. Coming towards the end here. What were you gonna... Right, I guess there
migrate was the big thing.
Yeah, and migrate's been done.
No, like, oh yeah, for upgrades. Right. The other question is maybe a level 3 exploration?
Oh yeah, sure, because...
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's explore or migrate.
Yeah. All right, you're up.
Looks like it's procreating and moving and procreating, or maybe... Wow, 1 and a 2 would be a double.
He's excited.
Double procreate. All right, we're going to migrate, we're going to procreate, we're going to prosperate.
Okay.
Provision.
All right, so moving.
Moving.
Where there are 2 strong, or at least 1 strong. 1, 1, and 1. All right, roll.
How about a 4, which is the grass? No.
No.
Hills?
Hills, no.
Desert?
No. Hold on. No, still not.
How about the forest?
Yes, forest checks out.
All right. And we want to go where we're not.
Right.
Which is 2 places.
Correct.
Why wouldn't you just go get the points?
You would think he would just go get the points.
Yeah, let's just double check, but it's just with the fewest.
Yeah.
All right. Do the right thing. 2 is a swamp?
No.
Mountain?
No.
Grassland?
No.
Hills?
Yes.
Did the right thing!
All right, there you go. And he leaves.
Leaves...
It doesn't matter. It's 2 points.
It leaves the fire.
There isn't one. We're in it.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, done. So that was the move. Now he procreates.
All right, so where do we have...
1
room?
Roll. It's going to be a bunch of places.
Everywhere.
So, yeah.
Let the forest go.
Yes.
To the forest.
Checks out. Right there.
All right. And then we provision.
There's none here.
No.
Checks out.
None is...
It really is really intuitive after a while.
Yeah.
Once you get rolling, that's pretty good. Okay. So now, provided we get 2 actions, which I think we will.
Yes. I think you will too.
We will. So explore and migrate. So this will be...
So maybe you migrate or explore first, so you see if you want to migrate.
That's a fair point. So that'll be a 4, and this is a 1. So there. And then that'll be a 3 and a... Oh, nailed it to the exact. All right. So
You just
our
get
migration,
4 points
or
straight
for
up.
our exploration, you get 4 points off the top. We never did get the orange bonus. You are correct. We did not.
What orange bonus?
When we cross that threshold.
Oh,
Thank you.
flipping.
We'll go and bump insight all the way up, just cause. All right. So we got 4 points off the top. Then we get normal explorer plus 1 anywhere on the board. and the points that are there. The 4 points is not for every tile. It's just 4 off the top. You already gave it to us.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at this.
This does 4.
We're not going to do better than that.
I don't think so.
So here we go. Let's look. Mystic Oak. That's good. And that is 1 point.
Ooh.
A cave, which is effectively makes teleporting or adjacent.
Could be useful
That's
for the
going to be
migration.
3
that's gonna
points. A building ground, which is 1.
That's terrible.
And a building ground, which is 1.
That is terrible.
Now we get one other. Where do you think the cave is going to be? I think it's going to be at one of those up in the mountains, but you choose.
So the question is, do you want it somewhere far away for this person to migrate to that's unexplored? Or do you want it somewhere where we already are and it might be worth points?
Follow
But
your heart.
I guess we're going to migrate. Let's just do...
You know what? Peanut Gallery. What one do you want? Counting across. 6 across, 4 down. So pick a number. Let them pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like that corner.
I
corners are corners.
Sure. This one's
Or
touching
the
2
other
different
corner.
areas.
And it's touching it, but it doesn't care about them.
Right.
It could only help.
Right.
So that's no good.
Yep. So yeah, our last action is going to be a migrate.
I think it should be the mountains because it's been about the game has been
The
about
game has
mountains.
been about the mountains.
So
All
I
right, you know what? Y'all are
encourage the
taking too long.
mountains.
Go for it. Which one?
all the way in the corner.
Okay.
That is going to be the Mushroom Valley.
Yes, whenever you
2
hunt.
points.
All right. Whenever you hunt there, you get an extra. Now, before we end, I wanted that one, so let's just see. I have no. The end of the game.
Oh, okay.
We don't get to know yet. Go
Fair
ahead.
enough. Fair enough. All right, this category one time.
A blue bump and 3 points. I hope we can catch him. All right. Our final action is going to be a 3, and the 6 is going to become a 1.
It's not your final action.
Oh, I guess not. You're right. A migrate. So we get 2, maybe 3. That looks like 3. 3 migrations.
All right.
Okay, Jonathan said A1, by the way. 3 migrations. So
it should be
looking at this, water, swamp adjacent to the Mystic Oak. No, or desert.
I mean, isn't this?
Yeah, it's a point, so sure. That's 1 migration, 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason not to end up back there. That is 2 migrations and 2 points. And anywhere we are doubled up.
So we want to keep the foodies.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I would like, but the problem is they're going to double up no matter where they go.
Better to be doubled up on the food.
Everybody else is singular.
Do you get, if you have a boat there but no tribe, that doesn't count?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't think this is going to matter then. We can get 2 points. It's just going to be 2 points no matter what we do.
Right, so send this down for 2.
We could, or go explore somewhere else. Be more exciting.
Well, but this is also exploring. But I mean, you mean just go west?
Go east.
Okay, go east.
All right, you want hills or you want grassland?
I want the grass.
All right, maybe it'll be gold. That'll move. That's going to be 3 and 2 points. Nope, that is herb. Done.
Oops,
Sorry.
You get an herb.
Oh, we do get an herb. All right, we're done. Vici.
Let's see how long I can make this last. 2 bumps and burn the purple.
All right, I got the purple card.
That's
At least
3
it's
points.
no points.
3
Well,
points for the
never
track.
mind. I spoke too
Why
soon.
did you say that?
Okay, so now we are the first player. Yeah, we're done.
So you're going to reset?
Which, that's it.
No.
Yeah. Vici gets a turn, but we're done. Oh, no, you're right. I am wrong.
You get 1 turn.
You are correct. So we'll
Yeah. Keep a 6.
maybe we...
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, because you've got the building grounds.
but we don't have the resources to do it. It needs stone or clay. Oh, there is a clay. Okay. That's cannon. This goes into hand. Yo, dog, I hear you need 2s. 1, 6. Okay, now that we're done, those don't need to be fed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. Okay. Vici's penultimate turn.
Probably a reset. Looks like a reset.
It is. Okay. So our very last action, ironically, cannot be an explore. Could be a migrate.
And you could move and move.
Yes.
Which would get another couple points.
Procreate.
Can you build, you were going to build a temple or a statue? That's only 4 points.
I mean, it's 4 points, though.
That is 4 points, but so is exploring a new area.
Well,
is 4
and
points.
Building the farm doesn't do us any good.
Because of doing, right. I mean, it saves 1 food.
Yeah. So statue or migrate or procreate, because that's 6 points
6 is more than 4
if we can feed them.
if we can feed them. No, whether they're fed or not.
That is true. Don't even have to feed them.
And if they stand up, they're even more points. If we do feed them. So
we
yeah.
may or may not. Yeah, might as well procreate. So that's a 5-2. So that's a 6-2, and that. So that is 5 or less. Checks out. So that is 2 babies. Where we are. So where we are. There are no points to be had, it doesn't look like.
That is true.
So, 1 there.
Maybe in the desert.
Sure.
Because it could go up or down. Not that it's going anywhere.
Yeah, done. All right, Vici's last turn.
Oh, how about we just double up on blue?
2 more bumps, which is 3 more points. One,
No,
2,
it didn't
3.
cross.
No, he crossed that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so here we go. We go through this. So now there are a couple of Mystic Oaks out there. This one is going to get us 1 point for this and 2 points for that, for a total of 3 points.
Why is it?
It's 1 for the hills, 2 for the water.
Got it.
This Mystic Oak is going to get us 2 points and get him 3 points because he's in those locations.
So if you had put, it's per person?
No,
it's per
it's
location.
not. It's per location.
Okay.
All right, feeding. So first thing, before we hunt, we can migrate to a foreign territory. There for 2 points.
And there's the gold.
Hey, nope, that's oil.
There's the oil.
All right, so we now will hunt in the water, looking for a 4. That's a 3, which is 4 plus 1. That's 5 food.
It'll have to do.
That's 5 food. Okay.
All right. Vici gets to provision first.
Where they
It
have...
looks like 1s and 1s.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. That
it's
is it.
going to be a swamp.
Swamp. No. Next.
How about a mountain? Yes.
Yes. That'll go there and
Block.
cover that. All right. So now feed your peeps. So we have those offset. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 6, 7. You know what? It's going to sound terrible, but that new baby it's weakened. But now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points.
We gained on him. Okay.
Crawling back, clawing.
All right. The event. First off, this drops.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And we get an insight.
I didn't get it.
We didn't. Forgot about it. I'll be honest. So the insight is a blue bump or any other bump.
Blue bump is just
as good as anything. That's going to be 3 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, done. Blue bump for free because that is that.
Okay.
Okay. Now he gets to play a card, but he doesn't. So that's wasted. Sad. What would it have been? The orange would have been. All right. So now blue track scores 2 points each. Oh God. 22.
Yeah.
21, 96.
And then 14.
1 and 13 is 53. Okay. Technically,
Ooh.
there. All right. Income. I don't think it's going to matter. We do get that, but again, doesn't really matter.
Yep.
And you know what? We're going to diversify. 1, 2. Expressive dexterity. Done. Didn't matter.
Yep.
Statue scoring. He's scoring 3 points per statue. 2, 4, 6. That's 18 points. Oh, God. 3 and 14. And we are scoring 4 points per statue. That is 1, 2, 3. That's 12 points. We not gaining. Hi. Okay. And then we do the okay. So now we go into final scoring. If you want to run this, sir.
All right. So 2 points per.
All right. Hold on. Let me zoom out a little on this so that gets everything. Get your head out of there. There we go. Go.
10 for Vici and 8 for us.
Okay. 10 for Vici and 8 for us. Done.
Prestige is nothing for us and 8 for Vici.
Oh, God. 6, 7, 8.
Knowledge is 4 for us and 6 for Vici.
3, 6, and 4 for us.
Yes.
2. Finally, it's us. All right, good.
Construction is 7 for us and 11 for Vici.
1 and 10, and you said 7 for us.
Yes.
3, 7.
All right. Culture is 6 for us and 8 for Vici.
1, 6, 8. Done.
Evolution is 4 for Vici.
2, 3, 4, 5 for us. So 4 and 5 for us. Okay.
Prosperity
Yep.
is 3 for Vici.
Okay. Now I haven't explained this how this works for us. So for us is diamonds. Diamonds are if you have any amount of resources that are in both spots. So if we had this and this, that would be a diamond. If we had that, that would be 3 diamonds. That's still 3 diamonds. It's not per. And if it were that, that'd be no diamonds. Okay? So as it is, that's 0. That's 1. That sounds like 1 point.
And also,
And if those columns are full, that's a diamond. So that's 1 point for us. We are currently down a lot. Okay. All right. Next.
Population. So this
All right.
was.
So 3 per dude. I think Vici has 10. 1, 2, 3,
No, less than that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. 27.
A little less.
26. 26 is 80, 91.
Ooh, it's close.
And we have weak or strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 33.
There we go.
3 and 29.
Let me get us one of these.
All right.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
And now spread 2 per territory. So this is looking like 1, 2,
For
3,
Vici?
4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Vichi.
So 12. 12 is the 3.
Oh my gosh, again?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Pretty
Okay.
good spread.
18.
Yeah.
17 is 47. And now finally, any multipliers in our entire console.
Right. And Vichi has no console.
Right, he's done.
yeah.
So he finished at 303.
Pretty good, I think.
I think so. Okay.
So wait, how many points do you need?
Now it became a U again. You notice that? 53, 54, 50, 56 to tie, 57 to win.
I think it's going to be close.
All right. So, for everything that's installed on our board, we get that amount of points as we go. All right. So, bottom row, 2 points per. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 is 8. 3, 8. The next row is 3 points per thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21.
Oh.
5, 10, 15.
Here we
20,
come,
20.
Vichi. Now it's we again.
Yeah. You see how this works. 4 points per thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16. 5, 10, 15, 16.
Within sight.
And 7 points because it's active. 1, 2, 3. 21 and 92 is 93 is 113.
No, take that, you AI monster.
Well, don't you? All right, thank you.
Well,
All
we're
right.
not done.
We're not done because now we have the multipliers. There's not much, but there's some. So looking at this, bonus points times 2 for everything in this column. So 4 points for that.
Yep.
And then over here is 2 points for that. That's another 6. 2, 4, 6. 319 to 303.
Close.
And just because I'm curious.
Was it the cave?
Probably not. It was not. It was a hidden grotto. Let you get extra resources. And FG Bison said 12. That is this one. Glacier. There we go. All right. We won.
Go us. Totally
Take
on
that,
your side
AI.
the whole time.
Yeah, clearly. All right, so that's the solo Civilization. It's coming out at Spiel. If this looks like something that would be your jam, definitely be sure to check it out. Big thanks to all y'all for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks to this guy for doing this.
Had a blast.
That makes it so much easier, having that and the interaction and the whole 9 yards.
For sure.
I really enjoy it. Hopefully y'all did as well. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And consider supporting the show, patreon.com/HCHQ. On that note, if you are a patron, you're about to get a quick little roundtable discussion for us giving our thoughts. We don't do that on these because they're sponsored. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, releasing at Spiel from Deep Print. So go check them out. If you enjoyed the stream, let them know you enjoyed the stream. If you go to Spiel, have a good time. I'm not going this year. Hopefully we'll make it again next year. So that's a wrap. I'm Edward.
James.
Y'all have a good one. And next week we have Speakeasy. So tag team solo with John coming. So appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye y'all.